awkward chair. And
we should give the awkward chair like a real name. Because we've always called it like.
Really? Is that what we're gonna do? They're gonna sit on something?
Doc Ock.
We're gonna sit on. They're gonna sit on the name.
Doc Ock. No, never mind anymore.
The big uncomfy couch.
The big
Uncomfy. The small uncomfy chair. So there's a big comfy couch and the small uncomfy chair.
Yeah, okay.
Name everything. It's something that we do.
What kind is
That's
this?
what you wanted to do.
What's up, Darkwing? How you doing, Darkwing? You feeling better? Recuperating? Recovering?
Talking back. Get this.
Can't look at my face. Someone's blocking me.
Yo, listen, sit up, man.
This
This show is not about relaxation. This show is about sitting
I
up
should
and
be
being
as
about it.
comfortable as I want to be.
Listen.
Wait, hold on. Why are we acting like we're the only ones here? Can we give them?
Oh yes, we have a new. No.
He's
Second
been here.
voice. The second time, not second voice. Yes, we have a new DJ.
We have a selector.
Cheza.
Oh!
I stole that from Trace.
That's okay. I stole it from someone else.
We all steal it.
But okay. This is called Rebel Stoke. Root beer flavored whiskey. And it's made with imported Canadian whiskeys with natural root beer flavors, 70 proof.
And yeah, you're welcome. Send us a check.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, no, seriously. Send us a check.
that'd be nice.
Because if I have to live through this.
I never want any of the.
First of all, who picked this? I know he did.
He doesn't pick any of them anyway.
No.
I've never heard him say.
I know he
hey,
picked this
let's
one.
get this week.
No, I know he picked this one because
only time was Dominican.
I picked last week.
Oh, the last time was Dominican.
I picked last
he
week.
actually picked.
I picked last week.
No,
Sorry, the week before that. And I picked the one when your brother was here. I picked that one too.
The gin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're letting me to the gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get you.
Better than you, bro, Mister. I want to drink shoot Goldschlager because every Goldschlager. No,
You did.
No, I didn't.
I did.
Trace enjoys almost every drink.
Almost.
He didn't enjoy your gin though.
Not true.
Chase. It's time to say anything, Chase.
No, it's time to be truthful.
Just let it go. Like.
Listen, we're gonna take a shot to Cheza's nasty selections.
Hold on, smell this first.
Is this what we're doing?
Yo, it smells like root beer for real though.
It does.
Yo, this is gonna be wicked. Let's get this.
Yeah. Please drink responsibly.
On Cheza's choices. Theater near you.
That's not bad.
No, it tastes like root beer.
That is not bad.
It does. He doesn't. You see, he doesn't want to say he likes it.
I said that's not bad.
No. You see, saying it's not bad and saying you like it. It's two different.
No, I don't like it. It's not bad. It's not something I go to the store and actually like.
In the future, watch for the footage of David sneaking out the LCBO.
Yeah. Doing one of these.
If you guys see, if
There's a lot of shoulder movement.
if anyone sees any footage of me sneaking out the LCBO with a bottle of root beer whiskey, we planned it. Cheza scripted it, and he was out there with cameras, and we planned it. This is what he does. He does this.
It'd also be kind of weird with you sneaking out
The LCBO.
with a bag,
Yeah.
with the bottle cover doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Again, he plans that, and then he'd probably be a part of it somehow.
probably.
And then I'd be, it's a silent film.
Tracy be the cashier.
This would be a silent film. Is what we did here.
So how was everybody's week?
That looks like it's cool. Nothing crazy.
No,
nothing crazy.
back to school.
Well,
How's that been?
I'm switching that back because what's it called? It threw me off. The 2 months threw me off with a new baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I withdrew this semester, and then I'm gonna reapply or go back to admissions in September again. Either January or September, but I'm assuming it's September. So then I just restart again.
That sounds fun. Can handle the pressure?
It was too much. Yeah. It was just like homework. You gotta do homework all the time. Plus, you gotta watch the kids, and the kids are not gonna let you do
Baby
homework.
watch.
Oh, that's one thing. The 2-year-old, she sees me on the computer too long. She wants to be on the computer too.
Yeah, she
So
also
then I
doesn't
gotta sit there and try to exit everything before she gets on and starts like, dang, all over my stuff.
She also doesn't let you respond to you when you say hi and want to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on the phone and he's like, hi, and there's no response, just kind of like dead silence. He's like, you're not gonna say hi? Rude. Okay, and he walks away.
She sits here on her phone or mom's phone watching Peppa the Pig. And when she's in there, with his own.
I think you mentioned it. I'm looking at it. Like,
Peppa Pig is serious. It's some real shit.
Kids shows.
Kids shows, yeah.
Have you ever watched kids shows after the shot club?
No. They're in bed at that time. No, I look like
catch all the subliminals while you're drunk.
I remember one of the first times getting drunk, and I came home and my mom was in my room, so I had to like play it off like I wasn't drunk. So I was like, all right, let me just go watch TV in her room. And I was like, let me think of the like most unfunny thing I can watch right now, so that I don't burst out laughing. So I was like, let me watch Jay Leno, and I'm watching Jay Leno, dying laughing.
How you gonna watch Jay Leno and think of that's not the funniest, the most unfunny thing?
It was the unfunny. Like I don't laugh at Jay Leno. Like he's just not funny.
That day.
But that day he was on fire. He was going.
Now hold on, was that because he was actually funny that day, or because you were drunk that day?
I was drunk, so I don't know.
No, it's possible. You let down your guards. You received this joke wholeheartedly.
Now you know how funny it is.
I can't remember any of it. So it couldn't have been that funny.
It was a moment.
I remember me laughing, so
that's all he remembers. The laugh.
Yeah.
He remembers the laugh, not the joke.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Forgettable.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. This week was kind of slow.
Yeah, my week was slow up until Friday. Like that.
So go ahead. Go start.
Well, one, CBC. Thank you for having my show on in my jacket.
Fly crown.
Everything.
Everything is that. Fly crown.
Right? And then
I did it.
Friday night, I was able to hand off a jacket for Tori.
Okay.
So hopefully he throws that on in a pic for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a good night. Fly crown was out in effect. It was good. I was happy. I could see progress,
Yeah, man. The jacket looked really, really well on Maestro, and it stands out.
Yeah.
What was the color of it? Cream, right?
No, it was
gray on gray.
Gray on gray.
Yeah. Nice gray on gray total signature jacket. Nice. I got a text message from you, and I'm like, I was asleep, bro.
I got a text message from Chris. Chris is the one who hit me up.
Mom hit you up?
He hit me up quick. He was like, yo, the jacket's on CBC. I was like, yo, that's big. And I messaged you. Like,
I got the message. I was asleep. I barely responded to text messages when I was sleeping. I don't know why I looked at my phone, but I checked it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm up now. I'm on Maestro's page, checking for pictures. I'm like, this is big. This is a big moment for me right now.
You gotta find that episode.
CBC. Yeah. Because he's performing too.
There's
a clip on his Instagram of him performing.
Okay.
So I gotta actually find that whole episode.
Check the website.
Shout out to Maestro.
Yeah, shout out to Maestro Fresh West.
Yeah.
Dope episode.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mom for letting us know. Mom's in the back. Yeah. It's good. What else is up?
How was your week? Well,
the DJ didn't say much. He lets the music speak for himself.
Yeah. This is a little stretch.
So, what's going on in the news today? Well, not even today, this week. This week wasn't that busy.
In the news?
The biggest thing I know is the anti-slavery Libya thing.
Yeah.
There was another
Michael Flynn.
Michael Flynn.
Pleading guilty to lying to the FBI about his involvement with Russia and before the election.
Is that a Trump guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And actually, Trump has admitted to knowing that he lied beforehand, which is why he fired him. So I smell impeach.
Politics as usual.
I smell peaches.
Shouldn't he have been impeached a while ago?
He should have been impeached a while ago. However, he's more entertainment value for the United States than anything else. Like, people are shutting down his visits, right, in their countries. Like, no one wants him there.
Oh, the wedding. That's another big thing.
Is it really?
I'm just talking about news-wise.
It's a bit of a distraction.
It's a huge
But you know what?
I just think it's cool that. Is it Harry?
I think it's Henry, whatever.
He just don't give a fuck about shit.
No, he doesn't.
He does not give a fuck.
I like that approach about anybody.
I love the meme where he's going gun finger.
I see that.
He's like
he's talking to somebody,
and he's like,
and there's a crowd, and he's like,
and gun finger in the man's head, and it's like.
I knew he would. After I saw this pic of him doing the gun finger, I knew he would marry a black woman.
Yeah. There's pictures of like West Indian food, like this is what Prince Harry's dinner's gonna look like.
No, no, but when he was in Jamaica, he was going on. Like,
oh yeah,
he was running around with Usain Bolt doing the pose. He's like the one on the outside of like that whole family. He just doesn't give a fuck about like what's it, matriarchy or no?
Matriarchy. But you know, they're acting like this is something new, like black blood in the royal family is new. It's not,
know, right?
Well, everybody else is making progress, right? So it's I guess.
But it's not, you know, because you know Queen Elizabeth's grandmother's considered black. She's a Portuguese more. So you know, it was there 2 generations ago. It's just watered down. Add a little bit of white paint.
Well then,
it's not new. Like that's why I'm like, whatever, man, it's whatever. But it's perfect. It was perfectly timed.
Yeah.
You know, because everyone is now focusing on Libya and what's happening in Libya. It's perfectly timed to try and pull people's attention away from it, right?
So are we like finally noticing that the news put the red herrings up so we don't see what's really going on? Is that like
long time ago?
Like happening?
But just CNN is one that had the first video people are really paying attention to, but they've been knowing about it 2 years ago. Right? Obama knew about it before he left. So
well, that's the thing, like
you know,
like people have been like conspiracy theorists have been saying this shit for a long time. Now people actually like really actually see it now.
Well, you know, they wanted Gaddafi out for a reason. I'm not too sure what the long-term outcome is for wanting him out, but this is part of it. I'm sure.
No, obviously,
yeah. You know, you had a society that was, you know, centralized around peace, and now they have 9 fractions trying to seek for power.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? The UN, who's supposed to be a peacekeeper, is the one ruling the government right now.
And let go, let everything go, and then they swoop in, save it.
All the rules,
take over.
All the rules that have been, you know, a law from like slavery's been illegal in Libya since 1830, whatever. Pretty much like everywhere else, right? And you are completely ignoring these rules. You're completely ignoring these laws.
Oh, this is like a criminal country now. Like they can do whatever they want to right now. Surely, if they have nobody to oversee them. Gaddafi was an overseer, if anything. You know what I mean? Like he made sure. But they don't have that person in power no more. They have no one to be afraid of. No, that's just black market. Like whatever the fuck they want, they're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. People enslaving other people in 2017.
Yeah. Like yesterday at the rally downtown Toronto, there's like 30 people. Nowhere near the amount of people that should have been there. We walked from Dundas Square to Nathan Phillips, and as we walked through Nathan Phillips, they have the little Christmas booths and setups and rides and everything, and we're chanting going through end slavery now, and people just staring at us, all races, like we're a sideshow. The minute we passed their area, right, they went back to what they're doing.
Exactly.
Right? And as they went up and they're doing their speeches on the megaphone or whatever, whoever was running the music at one of the days, like, no, I don't want to hear this, to turn it up. Right? Turn up the music. There's a lady and her husband, a Caucasian lady and her husband playing basketball. Husband's shots whack.
Playing ball? They were playing ball?
Yeah,
it was that nice.
The little shoot around game, you know. So they're shooting around. He does a little shot. It bounces out. His shot was whack. It bounces out. And the wife went to go get the ball, but the ball comes into where all the crowd of people from the rally is, and she just turned and she's like, no, and turned around completely, right? She wasn't having it.
Just to get a basketball.
She wasn't having it. She couldn't come over here to get her basketball.
Isn't that crazy? Just to pick up a basketball.
Yeah.
What did she think was gonna happen?
You're asking the wrong person. The person the ball hit dribbled the ball and passed it to the person who came and got it. There was no. I don't know, man. Like, there's some people.
Did she think it was gonna spark the revolution or something? Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
The first,
There's some people. There's some people who are
casualty in the war against.
She's gonna be the first casualty.
It's the basketball. Basketball went to a group of people. It's gonna be the basketball.
Bro, I was telling somebody this.
She didn't want one to challenge her.
There's somebody walking around with a dog. I'm like, I bet you if I bring this dog over here, you know, give this dog a nice little tap to the head with a piece. You know, this whole thing will get so much attention, but for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm that person. I like extremes to prove a point. All right?
And on that note,
no. But seriously, here's the thing. People don't care about what's happening in Libya, right? This guy down the street from me had police at his door because a raccoon attacked his dog, and he threw rocks at the raccoon. Somebody across from his backyard saw this, right? Called the police. Also got arrested for hurting a raccoon.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's illegal for you to hurt a raccoon.
Yeah, it's like geese.
Fuck a raccoon. Thank you.
thank you.
He was protecting his dog though.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? It's not like the raccoon just passed in his backyard like my brothers would have done when we were kids and just started throwing stones. Right? No, the dog was being attacked by a raccoon. I'm trying. Like I care for this dog. Little big ass dog.
Heard the keys. I looked around like, there's a dog in here?
Are you jumping? You scared?
No, I'm not scared of dogs.
No?
Growing up, I used to be afraid of dogs. I'm not afraid of dogs.
I never got that. I never got it. The whole thing with being afraid of dogs.
It's just, whenever I was around a dog, it was always like on attack mode. Like, after a while, just.
The thing is, dogs are not unattackable. Dogs are always trying to find out who you are first.
Yeah.
They're never unattackable. Unless the owner's an asshole, then yeah.
So what's the shock to?
Fucking raccoons. No, pause.
Do you even pause that?
I mean,
You
it's
said
like
fucking
gangster,
raccoons. Like,
huh?
That's not even a pause.
They're straight gangster. They're gonna be wrong, but fuck them.
Okay.
Hold on. Did you see what he has in his hand though?
Yeah. Oh, you guys did you?
Yeah, you should be early.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mylon and his little Mickey. Okay.
So speaking of,
That's dope. It feels like root beer.
yeah, it is.
That's fucking wicked.
It was chilled in bed.
Speaking of conflict, we're still on Mason Cameron.
Are we really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we really on Mason Cameron? I thought that ended like a day after it started.
Yeah,
No, there's more information now about what's true and what's not.
Okay, so what's
That's
true?
different.
Chance of blocking my view.
I don't think it's different. I don't think it's different. It plays a part in. I think it plays a part in like what was said, like how impactful things in there were said. So it kind of changes. It should change how you feel about something. If I said something and 10 people just went, oh, and they ran off and they said this, that, and the third, but it wasn't true. Now when you get the information, does it hit the same way?
Listen, the truth should always hit the same way. Number one.
But it's kind of like that's how it happened in the takeover and
Jay
takeover and Ether.
Yeah.
People were like, but Jay-Z spitting facts and Nas are just saying shit.
Right.
But Nas won, but because it's instant impact. Like a winner has to. That's the thing. When does a winner have to be announced? Right away, or do we wait a few days?
See, first of all, if there's multiple jabs, if there's multiple records coming out, you wait till the end of the records drop. But this ended right away. Mace clearly won. Cameron's record doesn't have an impact. It didn't hit.
No record.
It's a good record.
It
wasn't what Mace spit out.
But
the thing about that one, when I heard about it, is that Cam's. When I first heard it, I realized that there's a lot of inside stuff that Mace and people that know them know is true, but because I'm outside as the outside listener, I don't know what is true and what's not. So I have no clue what he's talking about.
I'm talking about bounce. I'm talking about vibe. I'm talking about song arrangement. I'm talking about all that. Mace's Oracle kills Dinner Time. Kills it. Right?
Yeah.
But if you want to go back to what's true, even on Dinner Time, Cameron confirms half of this shit Mace said in the song.
Yeah.
So you can't confirm shit and then expect me to look at you like, you know?
Well, when he did his Breakfast Club interview, he cleaned up a lot of stuff.
Too late.
But that's the thing, though. He didn't actually make many references on the song. Not references, replies on the song to what May said. So we can assume
what he said.
What he said.
So what I'm talking about is the stuff he replied to, right?
The whole thing about
like,
sister.
The sister thing, like you explained last week, it could be like him and Mace were that close that they're like brothers. That fucking Mace's sister was fucking her sister.
Yeah.
Right. That's a great explanation, right? But also at the same time, the man's like, I didn't steal nothing. If I took it, I took it. Where the fuck you stole it? You're a thief. I don't care what style you stole. I don't care what lyrics you stole. I don't care whatever. The man said you stole from Joel. You stole from this person. You stole from that person. You got salty and acted like a sissy when Jim had ballin'. Yeah, you confirmed
all that is true though.
You confirmed all that.
But all that was true because we saw it. If you watch it, they had the beef after ballin', all that stuff.
Yeah.
Jim went to 50. He got all shitty about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But he also confirmed it in Dinner Time.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not gonna, like, Nas didn't confirm no shit about no baby seat, no condom, no baby seat. He didn't confirm none of that shit. I'm sorry, bro. Not the same. Skyrock is still sucking dick. I'm gonna use that all now because Maestro brought it back.
Wow. I did not know you had that much animosity towards Cameron.
Cameron is 100% hands down the godfather of mumble rap. Yeah, with the goo guy fan, like all the nonsense.
Goo guy fan is something.
All that, yeah, but all that but the way he drops his whatever, all that nonsense shit. Yeah, Cam is one of the main causes for this mumble rap generation.
Yeah, but you go
I think mumble rap is birth off of Lil Wayne.
I understand what Lil Wayne says, so I don't know how that works.
Sometimes he's in it.
If you're talking about his accent, I can get it.
You can even go further back than that on the first big rap. Couldn't remember his words.
But no, how about
couldn't remember his words? That's why
he did that.
Yeah.
That's funny. And you paid for it.
Emma's friend is here.
Oh man, we didn't want any more people. Oh shit, Dustin. All right, sorry man, I didn't mean to say all that. What up?
What's good?
Shut up, man.
Pretty good, man. You're sharp, man. I feel underdressed. What's good?
You should every time you sit beside this guy right here. I'm sorry, that guy.
Right now.
Wait. It's a very uncomfortable little. What is it?
The small uncomfy chair.
Small uncomfy chair.
It is what it is. I'm a small guy, you know what I'm saying?
So you can be comfortably. So we gotta find another uncomfortable thing for him to sit up.
Yeah, it's on a broken chair. He sits down. He actually has to balance it. If he doesn't balance it, he'll fall. So he has to always be like this.
One leg off tilt.
The one leg off tilt. So when he starts doing shots, he be like.
I won't know when he hit his line. Okay.
So
shot number.
So who we have here? I'm not going to do intro today.
I'm doing the intro.
You're going to do the intro today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
that time again.
It is that time again. But we have a DJ/MC. We're gonna get into the DJ.
Okay.
Because I got some questions. And he's politically minded. He's an MC to the core. He reps the culture. It's crazy how he's a DJ, but he also raps with a band as well.
That's true.
So we're gonna get into all of that. He's got an album. He's doing shows. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dustin Wareham.
What's up? Shot.
80s favorite baby. No, we had a.
And he's a pocket line.
Yeah. Why you got him?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We trying to get on Pocket Live today.
Yeah, Pocket Live don't love us no more. Pocket Live don't love us.
Come on, flop show, so you know.
Shut him up with that.
Yeah. Pocket
Live's been there for us.
See, that's why I bring it up because he'd be there every Sunday.
Yeah.
Tuning in and being interactive with us. So I always like to make sure that we include those who had our backs from the beginning, and hopefully that we continue to join us. But we got you here today.
Yo,
how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
You feeling all right today?
I'm all right. Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Some root beer flavored whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good. It tastes like root beer. It really does.
Okay, it does.
I'm down. I'm game.
David said he likes it.
He doesn't want to say hater. He's doing everything in his power to not.
Apparently, I'm hater dating.
Yeah, man. He's eating on Cam hardcore right now.
Cam is so salty.
Hard body.
Cam is salty.
He's always hating.
Cam is salty.
Cam though.
Listen, Cam would like I said this before. Would Cam really be anything if Mace didn't jump on horse and carriage?
Hell yeah.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
357 on the first album or the second album?
First album.
Okay.
It's funny.
If Mace didn't pull him into Children of the Corn, would he be anything?
We can't say Mace pulled him into Children of the Corn because Mace, Cam, and his cousin Bloodshed were in it. So I don't see with Big L, with McGruff. Yeah. So I can't say that. I don't know. Not to
mention, it wasn't just Mace. Cam did a big tune on the Underground with DMX. I'll pull it. That was the big tune before Horse and Carriage.
The reason why I would say that Cam.
He's getting a rebuttal right now.
No, the reason why I would say that Cam is because I mean, look at the tracks he started on Band for TV Part 3. If you look at Horse and Carriage remix, he started working with Noriega, Big Pun, you know what I mean, Charlie Baltimore. A lot of these underground people that Mace wasn't fucking with at that time because Mace was already hot. You know what I'm saying? Mace didn't have access to but Cam helped introduce a lot of, like, they were all the same generation. And a lot of those dudes are legends today. You know?
And Cam was actually put on by Big's business partner.
Yeah.
Because Big wanted to sign.
Big and got together, made Undias, the label, and signed Charlie and Cam.
But Mace did bring Cam to Big.
It wasn't Entertainment yet.
Cam spit for Big, and Big was like,
no, yeah, you're right. Entertainment. Undias was the Junior Mafia.
They weren't best friends. I was reading up on them. They weren't best friends. They played ball together. They're friends in high school, and when Mace started getting his shine, Cam, like the little
they've known each other since before high school.
Like Cam, like the little leech that he is, rolled up on Mace at that time because he's getting his shine.
It is what it is. I mean, what I will say, thanks for putting my track, by the way. I appreciate that. What I will say is, I know at that time, Mace was definitely a different artist than this Murder Mace compared to Mace. And even Big L took a lot of stuff that Mace was doing and rewrote a lot of his punchlines, just kind of flipped them a lot. So Mace definitely doesn't get the credit that he deserves for being as influential at that time that he was, because he was already named the underground before Puff took him on.
You know, the artists that we say today sound like Mace. We're all dope artists. Yeah. From Fab, Pusha T, to those two, Fab, Pusha T.
For sure, Fab is influenced by Mace heavy.
He said when he first came out, he sounded like.
Oh, I thought it was Mace for sure when he was doing the Fantastic Four stuff on the. I was like, oh, this is Mace.
When he was Fabulous Sport.
Fabulous Sport, yes, exactly.
But getting back to Mace, I don't know if you guys into battle rap?
I'm into battle rap.
See, this is gonna be one of those episodes.
This is gonna be one of those episodes. Battle rap because my partner in 80's Favorite Babies, PDT, is one of the co-founders of the
Okay.
So shout out to the KLTG fam, and I know they'll meet you after events.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm into battle rap. I'm not into it as much as like other people are, but it's definitely something to take in when you're there.
But I mentioned it because Mace actually, he kind of looks like he wants to get into it. Like Smack from URL, he posted something about, would you want to see Mace on the URL stage?
Yeah.
And Mace actually responded. He was just like, yeah, just none of the old guys.
Mace, I think Mace would eat up some of these young cats.
Yeah.
I heard Mace murdered Mook.
I don't know.
Mook
wants
100,000. Mace and Mook should go against each other for the title of murder.
Do you know how
whoever wins gets to keep the murder?
You know how much it would cost to get Murder Mook on that stage? Not to mention what
Murder Mook against Mace. That will draw money.
For me, that's going backwards for Mace to even do that. You know what I mean? Like, Mace already achieved like multi-plat status.
But this is something like, because right now this is like a thing where
does he need the check?
I think he wants.
Nowadays he does. Well, according to Cam, nowadays.
Oh, he's not getting that church money?
Depending on who's selling the church.
Because I heard he's making good church money.
I don't think he's in a church anymore.
Not in church.
I think he stopped that since like 2009.
He's not in church anymore.
Hey! Obviously, Darkwing's not in the church.
It sure isn't.
Interrupting us.
This is the underground?
What's this for?
Influence.
You might be the first guest. You might be the first guest on the first shot
to know what's going on.
Double tap.
Yeah, I triple tapped it, but
yeah,
it's all good. Good question. Before you got here, we're wondering. How the hell do you say your last name? Because we don't know how to say it.
Is it Wareham or Wareham?
I would say Wareham.
Wait.
I just say it's your name.
So wait, you don't even know.
Man, I'd assume it's Wareham, but I know it has like its origins in like UK, so I'd imagine probably Wareham. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'd imagine whoever owned my family in Jamaica was of the Wareham or Wareham or the UK, whatever.
Okay.
This guy said, I just see Wareham.
Well, I'm humble. I said, yo, come to the stage. Dustin Wareham.
Well, speaking of the stage, what's going on with you?
Man, just trying to work on a new album. You know, just trying to get prepped for the new album. My drummer's about to have a baby, so shout out to him. It's my
Baby
I can do it, and it's not for me.
He's about to have his kid. My partner, you know, my left and my right hand, Specs one. You guys know, he would be here with me right now. Punk ass wasn't in Costa Rica, so shout out to him.
Oh, have fun in Costa Rica. Oh, that's nice.
My guitar player, my engineer, my producer, J Boss, his birthday today, so happy birthday to him. You know what I mean? PvP and Kyle's somewhere doing whatever the fuck Kyle does. You know these players are. Yeah. But you know, Kyle's like my best friend. That's
my bass player's in Cuba right now. You having fun on the recording?
You guys,
hopefully someone's keeping you company.
Have a good time.
How much shoulder conversations do you have right now? He's with somebody that's like in his phone, like
just looking at everything.
Everything.
Yeah, you know how those go. But yeah, so the music, we're just working on a new album, trying to come up with that new sound, trying to post some shows, and it's slow on my craft.
It's amazing you said take the slow while the song take it slow right now.
That Trace is just started.
That's what's up.
It's on that She Used to Love You 93 album.
Where can they find that?
Right on Bandcamp.
Wow. Just Bandcamp. They could just put in Bandcamp. And
yeah, it's David Solomon, not Bandcamp.
You can find it on Bandcamp. Bandcamp.
One time at Bandcamp, Dustin put on a show that I performed at, and your concept for the show was actually dope. I actually appreciate it.
Okay.
Where you provide us with tickets.
Yeah.
And we sell the tickets. We get a
keep whatever. Keep all day. It's like, yo, we take the tickets, do whatever you want. Give them away, sell them, whatever you want to do. I'm taking whatever comes to the door. So if you fucked up and didn't sell your tickets and the people come to the door, that's no what I'm giving you this.
Right. I appreciate that, because we're having a discussion yesterday about the promoter that's not really the promoter.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday and in the car today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like basically like, hey, I'm putting on this show.
You gotta sell tickets, and I get no, and the artist gets no money.
Yeah. Also on my
no, you gotta pay a certain amount first.
Yeah,
that
yeah, I forgot that part.
Okay.
And then you still gotta bring that money back.
Yeah.
Just buying onto the show.
And I'm gonna be the one on the poster.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said fuck you to a lot of people already for the show. The show just started, so I'm not gonna say it yet.
You see why David is the hater, right? Trying to act like he's
No,
not.
I understand how it is.
Hater Dave, right? Isn't that what it is?
I promoted shows, you know what I mean? So I kind of understand how it goes and what it is. And, you know, I guess some people don't really want to work for it. Some people don't really want to put in that money. But at the same time, like, it's kind of weird because we had a saturation issue in Toronto where, like, 5-10 years ago, we had no shows. And now it's like any given night you could have 4 shows, and you know, instead of like one really good show, it's just like, hey, you know.
It's true. Toronto does have that. There's so many people doing different shows.
Yeah.
And one night it's just like, how are you gonna separate everybody?
Yeah.
2 or 3 promoters all got together and did one big show. Pick like the best artists.
Yeah.
Get it up. They done one big show.
And it doesn't revolve around the best artists anymore.
No, but see,
that
most popular.
Yeah.
But you
not
see,
even popular. The one who sells the most tickets.
But you see, this
You
is
get
like,
a lot of tickets, you get on.
but this is like barbershops in Eglinton West. Same thing. There's like 14 barbershops in Eglinton West. It's a block and a half.
That's a good thing though. As far as getting your hair cut, that's a good thing.
Listen, some of them are empty though. Some some of them are empty. Some of them are packed, right? And it's like
some actually meant to be barbershops.
Yeah, so it's like some of them.
Barbershops.
So summer months we put our barbershops.
I'm thinking
Right.
as a customer. I'm tired of going to a barbershop and waiting like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, that's the word.
That's just me.
That's the word.
Right, but again, are you going to go to the shop that if you have a barber that knows how to cut your hair, you really want somebody else that hasn't learned, hasn't
It's
doesn't know how
true,
to cut
but
your
let
hair?
me take this opportunity to shout out one of our future guests in the next coming weeks, T Major.
Oh yeah.
The Mad One Barbershop. The Mad One Barbershop has a
Supposed to have my jams out here.
where he cuts. Their barbershop is organized like I've never seen it.
Right.
Yeah.
You come in, sign in. You got 5 barbers, sign by the name.
Right.
They'll come through, check off who they did last, and then they check. Oh, next person.
Yeah.
Call this person, that person. We need systems like that. We need places where when you go to a barbershop and you see 5 chairs, 6 chairs, there's actually 5 or 6 barbers.
I understand that.
I've never had that problem in a while.
Well, you really only have one part of your face that gets,
And it stays clean.
And
I
it
don't have to
stays-
worry about a barber. It stays clean, so I'm good.
No, my barber,
Barbers, though.
right? My barber is good. Like my barber is good. Like I went to, when I cut my hair, when I had this, I cut my hair. I found a lot of barbers really trying to fuck you just to get you back in the seat, pushing your hair back, pushing your hairline back, just to get you back in the seat for another outline, right? I'm like, no, fuck that, right? So it's like hopping around from barber to barber till you find the one that knows how to actually cut your hair properly.
I can fuck up your hairline.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the right one.
It does, bro. That's some bullshit.
I admit it. I said fuck my hairline. I shaved my shit. I'm not taking my hat off, but I just straight took my shit. When I had dreads like down to here, and then I just put them off. And like, yeah, my hair is fucked. Ears are like braided and dreaded.
Yeah. There's a lot of pulling on the hair.
Yeah.
My day will come.
Yeah.
My day will come.
You know what's crazy though? They got Viagra, but they don't have a cure for like nail baldness.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they
There's
do.
natural, there's natural things for it.
Elon Musk, homie.
What's that?
Elon Musk, homie. Look at that guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's got mad hair.
LeBron.
No, LeBron's hair is so fucked. No, his hairline's so fucked.
LeBron is rewriting history.
You can see LeBron's old outline with his new outline, and it's super fucked. Like,
Yes.
You got way too much. You got way too much money in your pocket to
Yeah.
have your hair go
Yes.
that fucked
But
up.
before you know it,
This is
all
just the
the
beginning
rest of it
phases, though. He has to wait for it all to grow out and then shave it down the right way.
Bro, I was having like a serious bald spot right here. I put this African lady gave me this dream. She's like, buy this one. This one will work. I'm like, you sure? She's like, I'm telling you, that won't work. I used that for like 2 months, and my hair started growing back. I'm like, yo, this lady's awesome.
Hook me up with her.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna bring this to a Cleveland game this year. I'm gonna throw it at LeBron. Yo, catch that.
hey, we might need some sponsors up in there. So, you know.
A few months later, LeBron's gonna come back to Toronto like, yo, where's that guy? Yo, you come here. Yo, man.
No, he's
at
not.
first I took a disrespect, but
No, he's not.
look at this.
No,
Look
he's
at this.
LeBron's already tried to get Mike Boogie kicked out of the game.
You're lying.
Not lying.
Nah,
Boogie,
what?
Boogie told me a story where he was like, because his seats were mad close to the Cleveland bench or visitors bench.
Yeah.
And he's
I
like,
think that was there when he's telling you.
so he's like, he'd be like, yo, LeBron, where'd you get your 6-inch headband? Oh, LeBron. How's your hair back here? LeBron. And he's like on it. LeBron whispers to Cleveland security. Cleveland security goes with HC security. HC security comes over to him and he's like, you guys gotta leave. He's like, what? I didn't swear to him. I didn't threaten him. I actually own these seats. So go tell LeBron. I wanna know where he gets his headband from.
He didn't answer my question.
You over here trying to make me
not leaving.
without an answer.
It's like, yo, you're a real fancy. Like he's a real fancy when he's on that court. Real fancy.
I like LeBron.
That's fine. Like a lot of people like
Apparently.
The list is better to find the people he likes than to write down the list of people he hates.
Not a lot of people hate.
Yo, you two should do like a movie review podcast together. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of Cisco and Ebert, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that guy.
yeah, this guy, that guy, the critic, and something else. Because you be the critic, it's everything. Gotta be.
Chase will go in in depth. Like, okay, and I like this part, and I like this part, and da 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 da. And David comes in, it sucks.
Yeah. I gave it 2 snaps up in a circle. It sucks. That'll be it.
You gotta do this finisher. I think spins.
First of all, no. Like, I call shit as I see it.
No, I get why people don't like it.
No, but Chelsea even yesterday tried to explain to me why DC doesn't suck. Right? Like, I was watching, you know how they do the crossover show for Supergirl or whatever?
No, but that's deep, man.
How's that
DC
deep?
versus Marvel?
Okay,
No, so like,
the whole question:
Where'd it go there?
where's Metallo from? Is he from evil or old, or evil or good?
Evil.
Which evil side?
Evil.
So he shouldn't hurt the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, the story's messed
But
up.
also, Green Arrow, the good one, shot evil Superwoman, whatever, with a kryptonite arrow, and it hurt her. So I don't fucking understand.
Because it's evil.
No, he shot her with a kryptonite arrow that can hurt Supergirl. That's the good one.
Yeah, so it shouldn't hurt.
Right.
Hold
so
on,
DC's just
No,
fucking
it's
stupid.
good. Yeah.
But did you guys watch The Punisher?
I'm
Yes.
still watching it.
Yes.
Yes. I'm still watching that.
Marvel,
What episode
like
you want?
4.
Marvel eats up DC on everything except for cartoons.
Okay.
Cartoon movies.
No,
for
I'll
DC,
give you that. The JLA cartoons are dope. I will give you
The
that.
DC cartoons are
The
dope.
Batman cartoons.
Other than that,
Yeah.
like
No.
DC's
TV shows, DC wins.
How?
Netflix isn't TV shows. Netflix, I don't consider Netflix
It
as
is
a TV show.
Get
It's
out
on
of here.
TV. It's Netflix. The TV show Marvel to me
But that's
is
boom.
Agents
We're
of
on
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Inhumans.
Which still
And
beats
what's the other one?
which still beats any DC
Runaways?
show out there.
No, Runaways is on a different.
No,
Hulu,
Runaways.
but yeah.
No, Runaways is on Showtime.
Is it on Showcase? Okay,
So
I
that's a
thought
TV
it was
show.
on Hulu.
So
So
again,
yeah, that one.
every single Marvel show outbeats any DC show.
No.
And DC's done when
DC TV shows.
DC's done when that new Marvel movie comes out. With
Oh,
that
movie time?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
already
yeah,
stated, he said Matt Affleck looked fat and bloated.
Like DC movies, they're not gonna beat Marvel movies.
Justice League was alright.
Justice League was trash.
I'm
It was
not watching.
alright. It was alright. It wasn't-
There's so many missing pieces.
Thor was off the fucking.
Thor was that.
Thor was dope.
All these
Thor
all
was
Marvel
that,
movies are dope.
Yeah. No, not all Marvel movies. No, that's
Not all Marvel movies.
Well, the only one that was
The
the first
first was terrible.
one. The first one.
So you go
The first few ones.
Thors.
The first few ones are bad.
Fantastic Four was
The
horrible.
first few ones are
Oh,
bad.
but that's not the
But
MCU.
But hold
Oh,
on.
do it MCU. Do
Hold on.
it.
Wait. But the first few ones are bad for the Marvel movies. Right? They're getting into the groove of things.
Which ones?
Right?
Which ones are bad?
Like the first Thor movie was like,
I like
Yeah, it
right?
was.
It was good, but
The
it's
first
like
Thor movie and the second Thor movie weren't good.
they're
I
okay.
like them.
Iron Man 2
I
was
thought
alright.
the-
Iron Man
the
3
tone-
was
the
alright.
tone-
However,
The
the worst Marvel movie is still better than the best DC movie.
What's the worst Marvel movie?
The worst Marvel movie? Daredevil.
That's not the
MCU.
MCU.
Okay.
I say Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 was bad. Iron Man 2 was bad.
Iron Man 3
I
was.
liked it.
Iron Man 3 was.
No, the first Hulk wasn't that great either.
Avengers 2 wasn't really.
Oh,
That's not
yeah,
great.
The first
that's
Hulk- the
MCU,
first Hulk-
but not really MCU.
The first Hulk wasn't that great.
That's the Hulk that they're
That's the-
basing it off of.
Yeah.
But they
But
had
it's not that
yeah,
Hulk.
yeah. It wasn't
Yeah.
that great.
Yeah.
So even that movie is better than like
The thing about Batman Superman, I'll tell you. What I told you about Batman Superman?
It was
What I
alright.
hated about it was
Yeah.
when my mother's name is Martha or
Why'd you
whatever
say
it was.
that?
Why'd you say that? And there was peace after that. What?
Yeah.
What?
That's what it is. There's like a meme all over the internet about my mother's name is Martha or Martha or whatever.
Yeah, that's so stupid to me. I was like,
It's so
that's
dumb.
crazy.
It's so
No, but you know
They're-
what?
they're
They humanize
pulling
Superman. That's why.
and also
They
they're
try to do
also
it, but-
pulling at teeth right there for that. Like it's like it's like the ending of the first Stephen King's It. The whole movie is dope until you get to the ending. It's like they rushed it. It's like they had to. It's like no, it's like the whole ending is like, okay, guys, we have like $20,000 left. We just spent $2.5 million. Hey, we gotta end this movie.
To all the things David does not hate.
I'm not sure.
The MCU.
I hate the EU. But that's like that's what
let's
I'm
go
saying.
back to Dustin's music.
Oh yeah, Dustin makes music.
He does make music.
And he
I
also
do.
DJ.
He also
He
does
does
DJ.
What's your DJ name?
He's nuts.
Now, why do you have a DJ name
That's
and
why I
a
asked.
rap name?
The rap name is like too old to go by like MC so and so. So I said, fuck it, it's gonna go by my government. You know what I mean? That was a conscious decision after my old band, 85, he spoke up. And then the DJ name, I don't know, man. Just
Just didn't
Yeah,
care.
DJ These Nuts. I came up with 80s favorite babies before I even came up with These Nuts. But These Nuts was like, all right, something to separate, you know, whatever. I don't even really use
This 80s favorite baby, was it like a collective?
80s favorite babies, like it was like what I wanted to just start up as like a family type thing. And it just so happened that at the same time I started doing DJing, Spec One was in a rock band as well. Like I was in a rock band before doing solo thing. And when that broke up, I started doing DJing, and Spec One's band broke up, so he joined me in 80s Favorite Babies, and then PvP, who's like our best friend, he just came along and he was already a DJ anyway. So and then from there we started booking shows, we started booking a lot of Toronto dudes, and that's pretty much how I started to meet like everybody, like how I met all y'all on the scene, like doing my own show at 751, booking this person, and then going out to other shows, getting
So what do you like doing more? DJing or just like
No, man.
what do you like?
Stop killing yourself.
Do you like DJ or performing? Or promoting?
It's a good question.
You like, you know.
Promoting's the most stress.
I won't say nobody likes promoting.
Promoting is the most.
Nobody likes promoting.
Yeah,
Promoting is
it's
just
the most stressful.
that's why you charge somebody to do it.
Rapping, like being on stage.
Sorry.
That's fast reflex.
Don't worry about me.
I'm watching myself. He wants to spill something all the time.
Always.
Something drops in his hand all the time.
Yeah,
oh, that's late.
Being on stage is probably the best rush, you know what I mean? But you're only on stage for such a short period of time. And you guys all know it, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying right now. Like when you're on stage and you're having a great performance and you're in that zone, like it's a high like no other. And that's why someone like Kurt Cobain will go out and get fucked up on heroin. You know, be all depressed and commit suicide. Great artists, or even Michael Jackson, Prince, they're fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Because especially think about the high they must have got. Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown. Think about how high they must have got being on that stage. The rest of their life pales in comparison. For me, I got when I go home after a show, you know what I'm saying? My girl's out there, you know what I mean? Because this is coming down so much. So I love performing, but DJing, you kind of get that feeling because you're supplying that high for everybody at the party, and you're supplying it for such a long time. On tune when you DJ, you know when you're having a fucked up set, you see it. If you bring a party to like a grinded halt. But when you're doing a good set, everyone's just moving and grooving, and all of a sudden you see people buying shots and buying drinks for everyone, similar type of vibe. So I'd have to say the DJing and the rapping definitely, they go hand in hand, but I get a little bit more from rapping. It's in short doses than what I get from DJing.
What's your go-to song when the party's not working?
Man, anything from Major Lazer. Like I like doing a lot of like pop top 40 stuff for the last couple years, and I'm not gonna lie, Major Lazer has killed it. Anything Major Lazer and Rihanna or Marsha Montana.
My Charlie Black from Osam, he posted, "Fuck you DJs that don't know how to DJ, that go to Cardi B or Baka Nut."
I saw that.
When your sets all fucked up. Right. Toronto deserves more.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I kind of get that. You know what I mean? I kind of get where he's coming from, and you know, that's just for the moment what people want to hear. Man, I get it. You know what I mean? A good DJ knows how to read his crowd. Doesn't just have a fixed set. Knows how to read his crowd. So knows how to adjust to the crowd. And you know, for the most part, my number one rule when I'm DJing a party is like, if you're a guy, don't come up to me and ask for anything.
Oh man.
Don't come up to me and ask for anything. I only want to play for the women. Because if the women are dancing, that means the guys are going to be dancing. The guys are going to be spending money to attract the women. The guys are going to have a good time. If you're a guy, you come up to me like, hey, can you play this and this and this? And there's all these girls out there dancing. I'm going to grab you by the head, turn you and say, you see that? Go out there and go out there and get some. I'm doing my job. Get some. Your job is to go out there and have fun. Don't interrupt me, right?
What if he's like, yo, my girl wants this song?
Tell her, come on.
What if she?
No. I'm have to kind of like say, nah, I'm not setting her up because my boy Omari was playing request taker for my DJ Thriller, and he's just copying numbers like everything's like, yo, I'll so if you send the girl up there and like, nah, some guys ain't trying to send no girl to no DJ booth. They don't trust y'all.
I understand that, but that's when, you know, if he really wants that or she really wants that song that bad, you accept tips in the DJ booth. we'd like more of them.
You know what I mean? I have DJ friends and like I cringe for them, and when I see people go up to them, I kind of just want to show them.
Listen,
Like,
yeah,
let the DJ do his thing. That's my thing. Like you're not the DJ. If you were, then you'd be doing it, or you'd be throwing your own party.
Yeah.
Let them take care of that, and you go out and have fun.
Here's the number one thing that makes me want to slap somebody when they come in the DJ booth. Hey, we're about to leave. Can you play so and so a song before we leave? And then I'll look at them and be like, no. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I'll play for you, and like I'll stretch it out as long as I can. I'll wait like an hour before I play that shit if possible. Like, don't come up to the DJ and be like, hey, I'm about to leave. I'm taking my money to somewhere else and not spending it here on you and your party. But can you do me a favor? Before I leave, can play this song
that I probably have on my phone.
Exactly.
How do you feel about like social media requests for songs you play?
Oh, I hate that. Can you play this song off SoundCloud?
No. Not like Office Out.
That's funny.
Not like Office Out, like they hit you up on your social media. You know, DJ.
I bet while you're DJing, someone hits you up on like
your
Instagram,
Twitter goes off,
Facebook, Twitter,
whatever goes off.
No, I get a lot of stuff dropped in my inbox all the time, and it's like, hey, tell me what you think, and it's like, oh, this is not. I don't think, you know, like sometimes people are like, hey, would this fit at the club? And someone sent me something a couple of weeks ago, and you know, I didn't really want to be like, nah, this won't fit in the club. So I didn't kind of like answer the thing. Was like, this is more for college radio and not necessarily like the club, you know. And I think people need to. I'll paraphrase it like this: Dream said it best. I was listening to the latest Dream Champs, and Dream was lying. He was like, you make music for three things. You make music for before you go out, when you go out, and when you come home. So as artists, you have to decide what are you making music for. You making music for before you go to the club, when the that club, or when they come home after the club. You know what I mean? A lot of people get their music confused with some music that's for before you go out and say like, hey, this, you know, why isn't this played at the club? That's not for top 40. It's for the Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon show. It's not for the Saturday night, you know, going out with friends. And that's fun art. Like, to make music for the club, that's what it is. You know what I mean? You really have to be aware of what's hot at this moment,
or what's
and
about to be
exactly get ahead of the curve about what's about to be happening. That's how you get played in the club. Otherwise, you don't make that shit. Make it for your deliveries, make it for the heads, make it for the people who want to soak up and saturate this.
What space you want to be in?
Myself? Man, as a rapper, the type thing, maybe a little bit after, but probably
have the name like these nuts, you probably
might have to be after.
I'm Dustin Wareham DJing these nuts. That's it.
Party.
Sorry, Dustin Wareham DJing these nuts.
At the party.
At the party DJing these nuts.
Before the party.
When you do parties, you break new records?
I'll try to, I'll try to, you know, play a lot of the newer stuff. What I'll do, like for example, if I download, let's say Nicki Minaj has a new album, I download it, like I can pick out already what 4 songs are going to be singles over the next 6 months. Like you can just hear the way something sounds within the first 30 seconds, and you're like, that's it. That's gonna sound dope wherever. You know, rhythmically, that's making me go hard.
Sometimes how it's mixed too. Sometimes they just spend more time on it. And it's the same way in house. It stands out.
Yes.
What about local artists?
Local artists, yeah, for sure. I'm thinking like a lot of local artists. But I think with a lot of local artists, you know, we're trying to I don't want to say reinvent the wheel, but it's I give credit to the younger cats because the younger cats have a little bit more courage than us older dudes and a little bit more experimental. Like we're sticking to our guts and what we know, you know, in our heads has always sounded good. It's rare to find like a dude, you know, from our kind of generation who's expanding out there something that's crazy sounding. A lot of younger, you know, the rhythms and stuff they're coming up with, like they get it, they know, you know what it is, and that's probably for the Drake. You know what I mean? They understand that came with some rhythm. They're gonna come and bring up.
What's one of your favorite local artists coming up right now?
Outside of yourself,
Shaolin. Shaolin's dope. Mark Jordan.
Mark Jordan's dope.
I never heard Shaolin. Where's Shaolin from?
Shaolin from Toronto, yeah. That's my little homie. You know what I mean? He's big, a little big homie. But he's sick, you know. He just has sound. Any artist that he hears into it. Any artist that he takes in from the 90s, like this dude kind of like he'll soak in the whole flow.
Yeah.
Put it back and just destroy it.
Okay.
You know, so he's just one of those dudes.
I was like, what's his name? Shit. He moved to China or Japan. Famous.
Yeah,
Kid famous. He was good at that.
He's famous now. He doesn't go by kid.
Okay.
Famous. I like Nathan Baya's stuff. You know, he put out an album not too long ago, so shout out to him. You know what I mean? My boy DC's put in a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like, I pretty much know almost everyone.
Hey! Jeez.
What's this one too?
Hashtag Toronto Hip Hop.
Oh, let's get into that. Actually, let's get into
Let's
that.
get into that.
Just because your logo don't mean you're good.
That's true.
So the hashtag Toronto Hip Hop,
Yeah.
I've seen on Facebook. You're a big like new advocate to that. So what brings that across to you? What made you want to do hashtag Toronto Hip Hop?
Unification. Put everything under one umbrella. You know what I mean? Everything's so scattered in the city. You know what I mean? Like if you're from the outside looking in and you want to know, like, show me Toronto hip hop, there's like 1,000 different reference points. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being able to start to focus at one spot. If you said show me New York, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of focus and you got the whole history and everything. You know what I mean? Like we have a whole hierarchy of history, but it's not as organized as some of these other places. You can go to smaller towns in America and they have half our population, but they're way more organized and they're able to do more things because they're more organized and they're more united at least in that front. You know what I mean? And people use the argument, well, we're not in America, this, that, and the other. Listen, man, wanting to go on a horseshoe is 3 million people between us, Montreal, and Buffalo. That's a lot of people. A lot of it's true. It's true. No matter of fact, 65% of this country's population lives within a 90-minute drive of the American border. That's true. You know what I mean? But if we were a little bit more united with how we did things, we could really accomplish a lot. And that's why you're seeing dudes like Snack and Merc and Stomp Down Killers, like they're killing it. I don't know if you've ever been to a Stomp Down Killers show.
I put on the feed.
Okay, they have some of the most rabid fans out there, right? How come Toronto doesn't have an underground college like that, with the exception again of like the Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like we used to have kings of these, like,
You know what? Like I don't know, like
king of this country,
I don't know, like what's my boy's name? Claremont II. He has a little following. Like he's put on some shows that are packed. The house is packed. He's crowd surfing. Everyone's singing their songs. You know, like he might have just put out a song a week ago, and the whole place is singing the song. Right? So he has a nice little following. So there are people out there that do have that following, but it's not a lot. It's not like the States where the majority of underground scene has a bigger following.
So you see the thing about Stomp Down, Snack, Merch, and all them, when they come to Toronto, it's not like every other city outside. It's really weird. It's like, it's backwards for like Toronto. So in Toronto, you're big in Toronto, you're big in Toronto. But once you go outside of Toronto, you're not big. Like, you can't realize that. But Snack and Merc, they're outside of Toronto, they're big.
Yeah.
But when they come to Toronto, their shows don't pop like that.
I don't know. Well, you know what?
From when I was doing shows with them, it was just like pretty much last year. The Toronto show doesn't pop like their shows outside of.
I did Snack. You know what? You could be right because I did Snack at Nocturne. It was sold out Snack at Nocturne. And again, you definitely have some crazy fans. And I did a Snack show in Barrie though, and Barrie had a bigger place to do it. And yeah, Barrie was absolutely way more crazy. And that's another thing too I want to touch on. Like Barrie, I mean, I haven't been out there as much as I was a couple years ago, but Barrie had a ridiculous scene. And it was smaller. You know, but shout out to LS because he's definitely the guy, you know, holding it down out there.
It's between LS,
Shane and Chrome,
Chrome did a lot.
Chrome, Jason Claremont,
but
Chrome,
then
and also what's his name? Drop Daniels.
Drop Daniels, yeah. And but I really like what Shane does. His whole initiative, the fact that he's got the whole community center recording studio. His dudes out there, you know, just doing a lot of community work. Like that's hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And when I would go up there, they were having like the freestyle cycles every Tuesday, and
LS,
20 guys out there. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's small now, you know. Well, again, hashtag Toronto hip hop. It's like let's just get things a little bit, you know, more under an umbrella like we had. We used to have something called Much Music, and you know that was the center of Canada, especially when it was, you know, Queen and John, and we had the open window. We don't have that now. You know what I'm saying? But we got Max TV.
Maximum.tv, Maximum FM.
Maximum.tv.
It's picking up the weight that Much Music dropped.
Exactly.
Music videos and whatnot. Like we really don't have a network producer.
Yeah. So we have to recreate that. But
Right.
but you know what that means?
And the only way that you actually have a network is if you get on CBT radio, and the only thing that plays across the country.
Okay, but check this out though. You said we're at ground zero, right? Okay. So you know what that means? Before I tell you guys, shout out MO in soon 5, 6 you guys in this room. That means that any of us. Shout out MO! Oh! But check this out. If we're at ground zero and those facilities don't exist, that means any one of us can now create that opportunity, provide that opportunity, open up the fucking door and be the facilitators that don't exist anymore. You know what I mean? So we have it happens. I feel
you don't have to go twice.
But you know what I mean? Opportunities exist right now for us to really create a new infrastructure.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that happened that screwed us, and not a lot of people ever touch on it. And I remember specifically, when Cardi, Chocolate, Rascals, Chaos, they were doing numbers. You know what I mean? Figure 4, Judy Black, Baby Blue, they were doing numbers. What happened was we had a batch of great DJs putting out mixtapes.
Baby Blue?
Yeah.
Baby Blue!
Mastermind.
Yeah.
Baby Blue sound crew. Son.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's only
Big up Baby Blue. Long time I haven't heard anybody say Baby Blue. I'm sorry.
DJ X. Like these guys were putting out amazing
mixtapes for dope as fuck.
What happened was the record labels got greedy and said, "Oh shit, they're making money off these mixtapes." Yo, they went out and confiscated all the mixtapes from all the mom and pop record shops. And in doing that, that kind of like fucked things for the generation that came after Cardi, Chops, and you know what I'm saying, Ghetto Concept, and you know what I mean? That's why there's a big gap between, let's say, Cardi and Drake. Yeah. That's why GD Era, Rich London, they didn't benefit as much because before the internet really popped, our YouTube didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Before YouTube existed, that was our YouTube mixtape and whatnot. So what I'm trying to say is now we can facilitate things. We can really take Toronto hip hop, hashtag Toronto hip hop, build a whole new infrastructure, right? Like kind of build that new platform. You know what I mean? And that said, you know, have an announcement made. You guys talk to Chris at all about what's popping for the new year?
What you doing?
I
think I heard a little something.
This is live. This is live.
We are live.
Okay. So myself with Maxim FM, with Max Now TV. What we're trying to do is 2018. I want to make a show. It's called Toronto After Hours. Okay. And basically, what we're gonna do is 2 Fridays a month around midnight or so. We have some people up in here get off like a starting artist or a mid-level artist. Bring in a comedian, stand-up comedian, and try to bring in like a headline artist. It's kind of create like a late night show.
Okay.
And whatnot. It's kind of presented. And, you know what I mean? Have some people up in here with the drinks, being comfortable and whatnot. Get some great performances and showcase not just our city, but you know what I mean, showcase the talent that comes through and what we have to offer. Keep it going, you know what I mean? Keep going. Toronto After Hours. Nah.
After 6?
What? After 6.
After 6, after 8, after 8, after 6.
You know, we can figure that out.
$6.
I'm gonna see that.
Okay.
Does 6 bother you?
It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't, because like I said, I'm not what's the word? I'm not threatened by the youth, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. It's their generation. They want a couple 6. I'm happy. If that's gonna go worldwide, it's gonna pop bigger than T-Dot. Hey man, I'm good. You know what I mean? New York's got 15 different names. Why can't Toronto have 15 different names?
Each borough has 20 different names.
I'm not mad at that. You know, that's another thing too. I think our city needs. We need spots where you can perform more so out of the downtown core. Like, why can't you perform in Scarborough?
You can, but the place is whack, bro.
Oh, we need spots in Scarborough.
Places out there don't perform.
Why is there nowhere in East?
Just like
another place David does.
No. Like there's places out there like it's like the vibe and the energy. Like people don't want to travel to Oshawa. People don't want to travel to Pickering, Scarborough. They don't want to travel to Mississauga. They don't want to travel to Brampton. They want to travel to Rexdale. They don't want to travel. Everyone is willing to go downtown, even though it might be 20 minutes closer for them if they went west.
And
and
cost more for parking.
Right.
And all that stuff.
They don't. There's just the mentality that Toronto's an it spot. Right. Like downtown core is an it spot. Like when I was in New York, I didn't go to no parties in fucking Manhattan. Everything was in Brooklyn,
whatever
Queens, right? Like wherever, like there's like some dope parties, like okay, like let's go to Queens because the party's in Queens tonight, right? Not once you say, yo, let's go to Manhattan. There's not time for that. You have to. No, because I don't have time for parking, right? I don't have time to pay $30, $40 to park, right? And then have to pay $40 to get into the club.
Yeah.
Right? I wasn't trying to do all that. Like I could have went to SOBs. For what? The better party in Brooklyn.
Absolutely. Where you're at, you know what I mean? And that's just love for your borough. We don't have a lot of love for the borough that you're at in Toronto. You know what I mean? Like I'm Scarborough all day. I was born in East York. You know, I lived on the Danforth, Riverdale area, and then at about 8, I moved up to Monell Court, and it was like culture shock. You know, I moved Monell Court, so now we're in, you know, at about 25, I moved back down to East York, but it's like a culture shock, you know, to live out there. But I'm Scarborough all day, every day.
Every day.
Hey! To the boroughs.
Scarborough.
To the boroughs. To where you're from. To where you're from.
To where you're from.
To Sudbury.
Shout out Sudbury.
As the Chester song comes on.
Shout out one of my sponsors, LeafExpress. So I gotta shout this out real quick. LeafExpress.ca, one of my sponsors. Hit them up. We extended, or they extended Black Friday promo. So if you hit them up, they'll give you 50% off. All the good flowers.
What would you recommend a novice?
A novice for
Are they different pens? Are they different pens?
What would I recommend?
Yeah.
I recommend you hit this.
Oh.
At least 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
That's a Girl Scout cookie.
Is that oil or
distillate? Yeah, oil. Girl Scout cookie. That is 333 milligrams. They got the 500 milligrams. Check the site.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Making
I can't.
New Year's plans right now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in here with the drinkers, but I'm a drinker right now. So I had to bring something that, you know.
What's indoor friendly?
Exactly. So you know I get the one right now. That's why the eyes extra check.
Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
What is loud scale? I mean, I got loud on me. I don't know what loud scale is though.
We were with shout out to Justin. We were hanging with Justin. Did that bring back bad memories?
Yeah, if not bad memories, it brought bad memories. A lot of them. A lot of memories.
Yeah, but
Justin, hanging with Justin. I got Drew phrase on like a
okay.
All different parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
What up, Drew?
So we were hanging out with him and the vape.
He doesn't do the vape.
Okay.
The vape was going heavy.
Yeah, dropping, bro.
Get off my back, bro. Get off my back.
Yeah, he had some Loud Scout and Ace.
I don't know about
that. No. Yeah, it's the wax.
Yeah.
Like a rice grain size on your finger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Phoenix Tears.
Yeah. That guy over here
That was
decided he didn't realize what was happening, so he did 2 volcano bags to himself. Right? And then rice grain, gums, and
fucking the whole fucking bag.
no, do it, bro.
Bag, bro.
Yo,
how do you mean in a pause away?
First of all, first of all,
that is crazy.
First of all, when you're hanging with Drew Frey, you really don't have any other option to do what he does. So he was
just like here.
I bring my own at all times.
He was just like here.
He's just like, yeah, he filled the bag, he goes,
Here. That's yours. He was like, this is you for the night.
Volcano.
Yeah. It will last.
No, that's for him for that.
Yeah. Like
once
he close it off and you smoke system.
I will chill. I will let it chill for a minute.
No, you can't let it chill.
So you gotta remind me like, yo, chill.
Okay.
So you gotta pull it in. So you pulled it in.
Okay.
Justin went and filled his up. Trace went back for another one.
Not just the volcano thing.
And that was that's the type of weekend I'm trying to actually spend New Year's by myself. Chill, smoke.
My boys up.
Vape, right.
LeafExpress.ca. Hit my boys up for all the flour you need. They'll drop it off at your door. Your living room.
Check that out.
This guy in the tie was like, okay, let me not cover the knot on my tie.
getting all professional shit.
So how long do you anticipate having the next project? Like, what's your time frame?
I'm trying to get that. Yeah, I'm trying to get that jump started by, I want to say straight to late January. So I want to, start 2018 with a bang, and really try to move that forward. You know what I mean? And when I say like I want to have a headlining guest, like I want to have a proper headlining guest. You know what I mean? Like I want to work towards being able to get a cardiac there. You know what I mean? Ideally, for the first show, if I could get either a Michi or a Maestro, you know what I'm saying? I like to do certain type of appearance. If I could pair a show with, say, Leaf Beats and that would be a good pairing. You know, so that's what I'm thinking. And I just want this, I want to be able to turn it into, it's going to be in this room, by the way, like this room, spot. So I want to turn it
first of all, you have to check with Mo's mom. That's okay. Because,
we've had a few conversations and we've come to an agreement.
Okay.
I thought we have some paperwork.
Oh, that's not the first time Emo's mom?
Oh, okay.
And Emo's mom be working on the low.
Emo's mom be working on the low. Hey. Does Emo know?
Get that groove back. Get that groove back.
Emo's mom's getting that groove back.
I was able to figure out who mom was. But we had some paperwork drawn out and we're looking over some
okay. So the show's a big for 2018.
Yeah.
What's the album drop?
Man, if me and Boz can really get in the studio and really bump it down, man, I would say probably July. But for the album that I want to basically don't want to do, I don't want to sound like what's out there now and what we're doing. I'm really gonna take it back and do some massive attack type shit. I'm gonna take it back to that's killing me all night, man. Play the jam. But yeah, I'm gonna take it back to like the post Matrix type sound. Okay. So Roots Maneuver, Massive Attack. I'm going for those type of beats. I'm going for that. Industrial type sound. You know what I mean? Like almost 9 Inch Nails, Saul Williams type shit. Like when Trent Reznor produced Saul Williams' album, that type of sound. So I want people to really, I want to really encapsulate the chaos that we're in some real hustling times right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And musically, we don't have Rage Against the Machine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We don't have a lot of these bands. Public, like we have the Prophets of Rage, but Prophets of Rage is not Rage Against the Machine. As much as I love Chuck D, as much as I love D. Real, they're not Zach De La Rocha.
It's not.
And we need
I'm sorry, I don't mean to Jack. I love to hear you say that shit, man. Right? I fucking love to hear you say that.
The closest thing we have,
Rage Against the Down on life.
The closest thing we have to Rage Against the Machine right now is Run the Jewels.
Hey, I've been listening to him all week.
We're destroying it right now, but we need that. You know what I mean? Like we need that, like that fuck you music. We need, like that's what rock and roll and hip hop is. It's fuck you music.
We need something to reflect the time.
Exactly.
Jordell sent me an instrumental, and he's like, he wants me to do some spoken word on it, and I'm like, okay, so I'm downloading and I'm walking down the house. And two fuckboys decided they're gonna cross my path on purpose.
Okay.
Right, try to get me out the way. I'm like,
right.
Shoulder one guy, he almost hit the floor. Right. And the bars that are coming out of me at that time, I'm like, I'm going to the basketball game. I'm trying to have fun tonight. These guys make me real mad.
Yeah.
Real angry. So I told Jordan, I'm like, I'm gonna have to take the whole beat. I don't know what these 2 8-bar verses. I might have to take the whole thing. He's like, I'm trying to get at least a 16. I'm like, you might have to do 12, bro. He's like, well, I have a 12-bar verse already finished. I'm like, you might just have to stick to 12. Because I'm about to like take the whole thing. Not because it's like the same thing you're saying. Like the way the world is right now is really fucked.
Yeah.
And it needs some anger. It needs somebody to be upset. It needs
aggression.
Yeah.
It's balls.
It needs people to say
these nuts.
I see what you did there.
Oh.
That's what's
it needs a DJ now.
But it needs aggression. It needs truth. It needs someone to step up and say shit that needs to be heard and needs to be said. We need to dance. We need to party. We need to, get our groove on. But at the same time, we need to remember what the essence of hip hop and rock and roll is. To the man, You know what I mean? And the man doesn't have to be one particular type of man. It's the man. The man archetype is what it is.
But you do find that with your music because with the last album, Jouska, am I saying it right?
Jouska, yeah.
Jouska,
yeah.
It does have that theme as well. Yeah. But it also has like a deep like rock and roll feel in the back behind it.
Yeah.
Do you have a live band that you played for that album?
Yeah. No, that's my band. So J Boz, my producer, he's also the guitar player. He pretty much writes all the music, most of it. And I got my boy James Rose, he's my drummer. He's like tour all over Europe in his other bands. I got my boy Kyle, who's my bass player in 85E, so he's my bass player here. Got PvP, he's a DJ, so that's my hype man. But Specs is also a drummer, and he knows how to play guitar. That's how we met. Like I met Specs. If you know me, you know Specs is my right hand man.
Yeah.
But he was a front man in a hip hop rock band called the Royal Family, and I was a front man in a hip hop rock band called Deep Life East. Now, our type of music was what you consider kind of like new metal. Like we were really heavily influenced by like Korn, Deftones, Incubus. Like that's the shit that I grew up on top of the hip hop beat. That's the type of music that I mean. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of rock influence, and our bands became like brother bands. And like I said, like my band broke up. His band was still going, but as I started DJing because I needed something to do, his band broke up, and I'm like, yo, I know what you're going through because I'm here now, and I'm not gonna watch this shit because painful as fuck. Breaking up with a band's like divorcing a wife, but divorcing 4 wives at the same time.
Yeah.
It sucks. You know what I'm saying? But it is. I'm sorry, we were just talking.
We were just talking.
Oh yes,
I don't know if it's public, but
that's
what we're talking, so you know the feeling.
Yeah. I just
but that, you know what I'm saying? Like being in a band takes a lot of time, patience, frustration, money. You know what I'm saying? And when it goes to shit, it goes to shit. And when it's good, it's good. But it's a lot of patience, a lot of.
You got a lot of egos to manage.
Yeah, that's what broke my band. Cocaine, alcohol, egos broke my band. The ace.
I think the ego broke me back because I don't see how cocaine and alcohol break my band.
Oh man, listen, man.
No. Listen. There's 4 egos on this show all the time.
Oh, you the
right?
Man.
And we drink all the time.
But there's no cocaine involved.
There is no cocaine.
Not that I know of. I don't know a lot of that.
No, on this premises.
This is the whitest thing on this table.
Okay.
It's Darkwing Club. This is the whitest thing on this table.
But when you start involving cocaine into that shit, man, it gets fucked up real fast. Now I'm the front man of the band. You understand what I'm saying? I got long dreads swinging everywhere, but I gotta stay sober because I'm the only one with a clean driver's license. Now I'm not the oldest, I'm in the middle, but I live with the 2 youngest, and the 2 oldest both got families. You know what I'm saying? But they got their devils. Alcohol, cocaine, what you know what I'm saying?
Everyone has the.
So now I gotta stay somewhat sober. But all these guys are moving, whatever, and I'm coming finance here, driver. You know, I'm taking on the front man. That's dope being the front man or whatever. But you're taking on something and trying to incorporate the music. But this guy, for some reason, can't get along with this guy. Fuck, man, like I'm the one that's sober right now. You guys are fucking.
This brings us back to my show story when Ghost is like.
Are we
always gonna fight like this?
Oh,
and he's like, yo, God, are we always gonna fight like this? And I'm like,
so that's why I tell a lot of people who say, oh, I want this lifestyle. It's like, no, you don't. Like, can you really be in a van with 5 of your friends who smell like shit because they ain't showered after you did the show last night and you're still driving? You ain't nothing good, so you guys just farting around each other, the nastiest smells. You ain't seen your chick in a minute. You ain't got no sex. You thought it was gonna be bombing. You're gonna get head after the show, but you had to drive to the next town real quick. And you already got shorted a little money. Can you handle being in a van for 3 to 4 weeks to maybe even longer with those 5 guys without going crazy? I know you can do it.
Yeah, we have.
Right? But when people say they want the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, are they willing to take the blood, sweat, and tears?
It's not just music though. It's not just music though. There's a lot of people that they fucking great athletes and they make it to the league, they make it to the premiere, they make it to that stage, and they get on there and they can't fucking manage. Like
they can't take it away home.
Derrick Rose right now is the new Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
right. He's like so fucked in. He's fucked in the head so bad after his last injury. He disappeared from New York. He went on a MIA from New York, and now he's disappeared from Cleveland.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and he's on an MIA from Cleveland. He's just started talking back with the GM, saying he wants to return back to the team, but he needs some time off. Motherfucker, they went into luxury tax for your ass, right? On a 1-year contract, they went into luxury tax for your ass, and now you trying to dip. There's like mentally he can't manage after his last injury. He can't handle it.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't. It's not like he's producing in the way that Rodman does.
No,
and he's
not. Man, that poor guy gets injured every year. I feel bad.
Like he comes back,
he should have called it quits. You know what I mean? When he left New York, he should have called it quits. But you know what?
But someone's still gonna sign him and getting money.
But again, hold on.
Right.
Hold on. You say that, but at the same time, it's kind of what draws us to all of our paths. Can I still do it? Can I prove to myself that I can do it? Can I prove to others that I can do it? And when you talk about, do people want, people want that sex, drugs, and rock and roll lifestyle, it's because they see the final product. But when someone like Derrick Rose sees what he had to go through to get there, of course he's gonna try that again. To a novice, to a novice, they'll look at all that stuff and see the glory in it. He's seeing the worst of it. So
is he trying to do this for himself or for everybody else?
We don't know.
We don't know, but
it's to the road travel that most can't have.
Clean smelling cars on the road. I'll say this to the credit of my Welcome to the Shot Club brothers. Never had to worry about that.
No, we didn't have to worry about that. I'm thinking about that. We didn't have to worry
about that.
You guys are lucky then. You know what I mean? Like
we've been good so far.
Yeah. Because we have restroom stuff, man.
Yeah. You don't understand. Like one of my best friends is a tour manager. He's tour managed for the Trues, like all types of Metric, like really big groups, and like some smaller ones or whatnot. You know what I mean? And he's just he comes back and tells me the stories. A lot of the dope stories, but you hear some of the stories about like the time the bus crashed and shit. Yeah. And you're just like, like I don't know if I can handle that.
And then still get some
city
or the following city.
Exactly. Right. Or sometimes he's on the road for like 4 months straight. And it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like I ain't seen him in 4 months, bro. Yeah. Like, what's up? He's like, I'm home for a week. I'm heading up back tomorrow. And you know what I mean? So for some people, again, they think they can handle that lifestyle, but not everybody can. Yeah. When you're not home and you're not with your lady and you're not with your friends and you can't, do what you want with your time, you get frustrated really quick. But if you are a disciplined person, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sure. So anyone who wants to go into this lifestyle, they want to go into, being a full-time rapper and get on the road and whatnot. Make sure that you can handle time on your own. Time, with other people aren't around you. Yeah.
Sorry.
We early.
But yeah, that's just it, man. Like for drug, sex, rock and roll, blood, sweat, and tears. You got to consider that you have to have, both sides of the coin. You have to have a yin for every yang, and that's the industry.
What's the? I guess I come to the Trace question of the night. Yeah, I always ask it to everybody. You've probably seen it. You're an artist. One city name comes up. Tour schedule. We'll get you going. What's that one city you can't wait to get you?
My favorite city, I'm not even gonna lie, Peterborough. I had a lot of fun in Peterborough. Yeah. Like I've had some
consecutively.
Yeah, consecutively. Peterborough has treated me nice, especially when I was in my old band. Peterborough treated me really, really nice, and a lot of crazy shit would happen in that small little town. I remember the first time I ever was just kind of standing on the street, just smoking, a blunt, and a cop rolled by me. And I, try to duck it or whatever. And this kid looks at me and is like, yo, it's Peterborough, bro. Cops don't give a shit about weed out here. And I'm it's like 5 in the afternoon or whatever. So I'm like, cool. So we're playing a show. My first time in Peterborough playing a show. And this spot was called The Spill. And it was owned by this guy who does MMA. It's a small little spot on George Street. It fit maybe, I want to say 100 people in there. It would be completely cramped. We had about 100 people in there, so it was like just this awesome type vibe, small stage. And as we're playing, I see people getting rowdy, they're breaking tables, busting pictures off the wall. I see the owner of the spot get on the bar and jump off into a crowd of these kids and starts fighting them and starts crowding them out of the spot. And I'm like, oh, so just keep performing, you know what I mean? You don't stop the show when you're doing it, right? So after we're done, I'm like, oh, what's up with that? Like 13 kids out, we booked 3 pitchers, 2 tables. Okay, you know, like, I'm sorry, no, it was a great show. I had to keep those kids up for underage drinking, and you know,
That's what you going for?
you keep up for underage drinking, right? I'm like, oh, wow, this is wild, yo. Another time we went there, we played at another spot. It was the George something theater.
No, beautiful now, bro.
It was dope, man. So
have to show us up there, bro.
yeah, so we're playing that spot in Peterborough, the George something theater, so it's a bit bigger, and his kids are crowd surfing. And there's one kid I can see him crowd surfing and we're performing, and he falls, like someone dropped him, and he busts his head. And he comes up to me after, and he's like, dude, man, I had like a fucking concussion, but I just want to tell you, this is like one of the best shows ever. And he just goes off like throwing the devil horns, and I'm just like, man, this kid. And there's footage of like that show up on YouTube. It sounds horrible, but there's footage of those 85 shows in Peterborough. And like we go out there, and these kids loved us. Like every time we go out to Peterborough, we get nothing but love, and these kids are just right out there.
Have you done like out there? Is 85 East? Is it a hip hop?
85 East was like it was hip hop, hard rock.
Okay. Like
it was literally a bunch of guys that I'd grown up with in the same neighborhood who had always done rock band stuff. And then when we were in our 20s, I talked back with them and I was like, hey man, you know, let's try to make some music or whatever. And over a 6-month period, we started writing songs that just started getting really good. And like I said, it had kind of like an Incubus type vibe. Okay. And from there, like it was, man, I put about 5 years into that. A lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of money. You know, we have stuff that's bootlegged out in like Russia and Japan, and it was like graded and whatnot. But unfortunately, like it was just our demos and stuff, right?
I turn it down.
And then again, the band broke up. Pretty much. The band broke up about 2 years before I put out my solo album. So just before I started doing 80s Favorite Babies, my band broke up and said, I need something else to do, and that's when I started doing Favorite Babies.
Okay.
But yeah, for about a 5-year run, like we were doing good, man. Like we were winning a lot of like competitions that we had entered, and we were just pretty much at these shows. Everyone was trying to do stuff.
Bro, you gotta play music, bro. You can't play talking while these guys are talking.
This,
So yeah,
I was picking up the entry.
A lot of shows we play, you know, with bands that want to sound like Arcade Fire and stuff like that, and we're coming out and we're sounding like, you know, like Korn, Deftones, Incubus type style, plus like rapping over top, and it was just destroying the shit out of like what these other bands were doing. So we were picking up steam, but again, unfortunately, you know, we just dissolved. It was just an ego thing. So people couldn't get along with each other.
Yeah. So like when you went to Peterborough, was there like only those type of shows, or like hip hop oriented shows?
Nah, they were shows with like punk bands. Okay. So it was punk bands, hard rock bands, hardcore bands, screamo bands. Like these bands were like screaming and doing like a lot of that stuff. And you know, I would come on stage and I was like the only like rapper, but I had this band, you know, and I'm rapping, but I also had a lot of like screaming and kind of like melody in my stuff as well, right? Just playing to like instruments, and a lot of our songs were translatable to acoustic guitars. Okay. So that was really cool. You know, it taught me a lot about, as far as just writing songs and writing the different style of songs as opposed to just straight up writing 16 bars. Yeah. And once it folded, it took me at least like a year or two to get back into like being able to rap the same way that I could before. Because like I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like I lost all confidence and whatnot, and I was trying to work on. So I was DJing for other people. I was DJing for like Ill Vibe, and I was DJing for like this girl, like literally just Kid Kush. It was blasphemy, you know what I mean? It was blasphemy, but you know, I got the contacts I needed out of it, you know, I got what I needed out of it, you know, and whatever. And, you know,
crowd wise, what gave you a better response? The 85 East or the Dustin Wareham?
Man, it's a hard one. I'll probably say the Dustin Wareham.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just because more, you know what I'm saying, it's more of my stuff. I'm a little bit more seasoned with now. 85 East was dope though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, when you do that bucka, you know, you get that. Yeah. You get everyone in the crowd going, so, you know?
Yeah. And shout out AAA for that, because I actually won that from one of the Survival of the Illest shows. I won a free beat from AAA, and it's blasphemy, but man, I got what I needed. Okay, I was the DJ on the first year. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yo, I'm fucking winning this next year.
I'm out of the loop.
No, we can't say shit.
Okay.
We can't.
No.
Okay.
No, we can't say nothing. Okay.
I'm an old man. I don't know.
It was a competition that I had won. That's pretty much it. But yeah, you know, I'd
Talk about competitions. How did you like perform in IIPL?
Yeah, that was that.
man, that was dope. I'm not gonna lie, that was really dope. I pretty much in the preliminaries, I was like, okay, you know, I think I got this. Like, you were probably the one I was looking at as my biggest competition. I'm like, well, Trace,
Oh, I was,
you know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
in that one too.
I think you were in that.
Yeah, don't listen to Trace. Don't let
Trace shit.
Okay.
Don't let this guy say shit. Trace on that hashtag. That
Okay. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? The prelims were dope. I'm like, yo, I got this.
Yeah, they were dope.
And you could see, like, when you're watching, you could see you was taking it seriously.
Yeah.
You could, except for the motherfucker who couldn't see. Like, that dude was just like in the prelims, was like, alright, whatever. All of a sudden, at the first show, this motherfucker's on, you know, like Stevie Wonder, and so that bitch a new hole.
He actually did play possum like a motherfucker though, because we're in there, and I'm like, okay. I know Trace.
Oh man,
I know Trace's competition for me, right? What's his name? What's dude's name? Who's gonna show up?
There's a lot.
No. Who's supposed to go up against? Who beat me? Beat me by 5 points.
Doesn't matter.
Beat me by 5 points. Moved on.
He didn't show up, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So homeboy that was there, I'm like, okay, he's another one.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure that was dope, but right? I don't know about any of that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, when the show came, and after that first song, I'm like, the fuck is going on here?
Right, yo, Jordan came out. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is happening?
When you started singing,
Yeah.
yo, I'm at the bar trying to buy a beer.
R&B and reggae style.
I'm trying to buy a beer, and I'm like at the bar. I'm like, yo, here's my money.
Right. So that's what was up. No, but it was dope though. But I was a little cheesy that I lost to girls. I think I lost by like 2 points. I'm like, what's happening? But you know, that's my brother, so I can't even be mad at it. I think that same night or one of the times, I was at the bar and Jet Lease was about to perform, and her dad came up to me and my people, and he was like, told my boy basically like, just shut up, because his daughter was about to go on. And yo, we got into a brawl real quick. That was a little intense.
Wait, you were involved in that?
Yeah, that was much moving Jet Lease's pops and on people, and that could have got real ugly real quick, man. That was getting ugly. Like, to be honest with you, like,
you guys had the bouncer scare. Let's be serious. You guys had the bouncer scare to the point that, hey, we're shutting down. We're shutting down. What the hell you mean?
Man, I apologize. My guys were like, at that point, my guys were in Elmo.
Because I didn't know who was involved. I knew who was involved. I didn't know who the other party was involved.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like,
The whole joke was my other boy who was with me that day, who was one of my best friends, just got his master's degree that same day. So my man gets his master's and unfortunately got into a scrap on the same fucking day. But yo, listen, Jet Lee's dad's boy. Yeah, exactly. Listen, that guy has a story to tell beyond like anything. Like I can't even put it out there, but if he came and told the story, you'd be like, oh shit, like you went from that to getting your masters. Like shut up my dudes in Melbourne. My dude literally went from saying like getting shot, locked up, to getting his masters now. You know what I mean? Trying to get his doctorate. So not a lot of people do that. You know? But yeah, so we got to a scrap with these people. I still love her. That's my girl, you know what I'm saying? That's my own girl, but
after watching her video too and her dad you know, working with her boxing wise, I'm like, I actually wanted to see that scrap.
Man, yo, it happened quick. It happened
because the way the man's hands are in that video, I'm like, I want to actually see that man. I want to see that man fight though. Like, he looks like he can actually throw hands.
He gave my boy like a death because he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying, be quiet, you know, like some of them are from my boy's like, yeah, whatever. And then he's like, yo, what'd you say? And he's like, yo, man, my boy's like, yo, whatever, fuck off. And like, yo, give my boy death, just slapped him real quick, real fast, and then my boy just grabbed him and put him in a headlock. And then from there, I'm like, fuck. And I was kind of like in a position where I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying, do anything or whatever. Yo, that dude, Jelly's pops dude, came like a really, really big guy, and he was like a big Scotian who just wanted to scrap. And he kind of came, and I was like it's over. Like it's like a big like 250, 300 pounder. You know what I'm saying? I'm barely like 145. I'm like, yo, man. You know what I mean? Like I got a bottle in my hand, but I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. So some security's about to come. Security didn't come the whole time.
They were scared.
I told you, he was afraid.
They were scared. They were scared.
Exactly.
That's all he wanted to do was shut the place down. He
So
had
when
nothing
he
to
came
do.
after, you know what I mean? Like, I had this, like, my boys were like ready to like put in work, and I'm like, yo, you need to just chill. Like, it happened. Like, calm down. Like, it's done. You know, like we don't have to get that work in right now. I'm not trying to go to jail tonight.
Rap shows.
My boys are ready to go to prison.
That's the thing. The IIPL didn't have nothing.
It's not even just rap
that was
shows,
just the
though.
last show.
It's just the last
That's the thing.
show.
It was the last show to find the winner of the Sound Clash, which was Trace.
I mean, yeah, we already.
And then the
we already
winner of the
determined that.
main championship, we didn't even get through it. It was just like,
we didn't get to a performance. There's nothing that happened.
No, we actually.
Because we're on the side talking, me, Trace, and Governor were sitting there talking.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the bouncer walks up. That's it.
That's
Everyone
it.
go on.
I remember he was.
I'm looking around like, I'm like, the fuck happened?
Like, party done?
no, by the end of the night, because all the coaches like, what the hell you mean?
Yeah.
He was like, I can calm this down. Like, whoever it is, I can calm it down.
Well, and then we were
whatever.
outside.
So we're like, yo,
2
we can get him
minutes.
calm down.
And then we were outside.
My man
like,
went
2
up
minutes.
behind, you know, like how they have like the seats with the bar.
Yeah.
The bouncer was behind the bar,
LeafExpress.ca.
while all the Scotians were in front of it. They're like, yo, we have to go, and they're all looking at him like, yo, what the fuck you mean? And he's fucking head as hell. He's like, you just have to go. I call the police. And then that's when they all left.
Then we were outside, and my dude had a bottle outside, and it broke in. And,
Yeah,
like, get it out of his head.
I came outside for that. I saw that. It wasn't like after that point. It's like it's done already, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell him, like, yo, it's over, man. Like,
done
all this shit right now.
Vibe was gone.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing about shows and momentum. Like when you have it, it's what you work for. It's what you work towards. And once that's gone, it's like people aren't into it.
Sure.
They're not feeling it. They're distracted, doing other things, talking.
Yeah.
By the time that happens, it's done.
Breaks suck. Taking a break in the middle of a show.
Oh,
that's horrible,
man.
Exactly. In a break like that big,
Yeah.
there's so much action going around.
Yeah.
So I really
When you want to
apologize
get back,
about
people
that,
are
man.
already distracted. They're all talking about what just happened, blah blah blah.
The whole joke was that whole fight took less than a minute, and that's exactly what my pops told me about fights. Like, the fights in real life take less than a minute. If you're ever in a fight and it takes more than a minute, get the fuck out, because someone's gonna get hurt in a big way. They're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing that was going on during that fight. I was just counting down the time in my head. I was like, okay, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going on less than a minute. Okay, nobody's really hurt right now. It's just egos.
Yeah.
Anything that would have went beyond that, it would turn into a full-on scrap, and we would have destroyed that bar. It would have been like taken out. That's fine stretches. And that would have been the worst thing that happened possible. So I'm
Especially-
glad it did not happen like that. And I'm sorry that it happened at your party.
Especially since I murdered the stage.
It's so good. It's so good. I swear to God, like,
Yo, you killed
Hold on,
who
who'd
got
you
the
go
guitar and you destroyed it.
I swear to God.
Who'd you
Listen. I swear to God.
Hold on.
Who did he go against?
It's like Foxit, baby. It's just me against the world.
I swear to God, if I jumped in the crowd like I actually had in my head to do, you would have lost that.
But you didn't.
I did it. But like the judges said,
Performers know what they gotta do.
on one card I won, on the other card Governor won, and nowhere on any card Trace Motivate won. But when you added up the totals, Trace won. I don't know about how much, but I swear to God, if I jumped in that crowd, Trace would have won that shit.
That's the thing about shoulda, woulda, couldas. You know?
That's what's up. Yeah, you guys put me up against Jordell, man. That was in like the previous round.
Yeah.
All right, man. I got to do something. Try to run out the crowd or whatever.
No, you went up on the outside, everything.
I did something right. This guy came up like Stevie Wonder, Bob Marley.
Yo, cause he came out with a beat, man, that nobody's really paying attention to. And when he came out with that, and he just started
that
going
last
in,
song.
I'm
man.
like, yo, this dude nasty as hell right now.
Yeah.
Like he got nasty, and I'm so mad I didn't actually get to see him perform against Jet Li's because I wanted to hear what he actually had to come out.
When I saw Jet Li perform for the first time, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And that was her first performance.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's dope. That's dope.
Performance ever. That was
She's going,
crazy.
and from the IIPL, she's gone hard.
Yeah.
Like I've seen her like having
She
shows
did the
all
Honey
over.
Jam.
Yeah.
She did Honey Jam. And then she like off of Honey Jam, she got a whole bunch of door shows.
She deserves it because she practiced. She did it.
Yeah,
That's like I love seeing artists that practice before shows. They
you see-
prepare.
but
They
you
do all that
see-
shit. They do all that shit, and it reflects on stage.
But we've seen like, and we talked about this before when we just started the show, this podcast. You know, in the IIPL competition that we're a part of, right? That Chezo put on, for those who don't know, right?
That I want. Those who don't know.
Iceberg International.
So for those who actually really paid attention, to those who moved on, to those who went around, right? You can see who paid attention because they improved. They improved the next set. Those who really couldn't handle it didn't show up. Right?
That's why you gotta buy almost every round, man. That's my dude. He's an amazing performer. Like,
everybody kept flopping. Every person he went up against,
it was shit. Jet Lee's goes, am I really gonna play battle this guy again? I swear I beat him already in the first round. Hey, right?
I wasn't messing that up because it would have messed up my whole.
Right, but at the end of the day, it's like you knew who paid attention, like because when Governor first started,
and shout out to Spike,
right? Governor first started, he was rapping over full tracks, right? He was loud as fuck over full tracks, and then when he went up against me and Trace for the finals, he had actual performance tracks, and because I'm on stage, like I'm on the clown this guy the whole fucking time, and I'm on stage, like yo. This guy's rocking right now. I'm forcing myself to stop bucking my head, right, to this guy performing because he's killing it right now. And I have to give that love because he actually like, yo, I know what Trace has done.
Yeah.
Like, Trace has a whole scheme into this shit.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out there trying to clown people. And Governor's like, no. Up there. He jumps on stage. Fuck you, David. First thing out of his mouth. Like he's on the scheme, right?
Yeah.
Right. He's following Trace's path with the set list and whatever.
Yeah.
Like he performed 4 songs.
Yeah.
Right. We performed 2, but he really performed 4 songs.
He cut them up.
He knew how to dissect them.
Yeah.
That's what rappers got to do more of, man. I performed a few times with Ghetto Socks, and Ghetto Socks is amazing at doing that. He'll get on stage and do like a 15-minute set, and it's like just cuts of like all these different songs, and like, yo, that was dope, you know. I accidentally did that at the last show that I did. Stacey Rizzo put on a show, and I jumped on stage and forgot to put my tracks on my USB. I showed up with my USB.
I heard.
So forgot to do that. So it's like, oh man. So Short just started putting on, a lot of instrumentals, and me and Spec just started doing our verses that we already had on the track, and dudes were loving it. You know what I mean?
You did what I did with the guitar.
Yeah. Just kind of, do what I already had, just like, whatever.
For those that don't know, hashtag this guy plays the guitar.
Shout out to you for playing the guitar, man. Like they really make it uncool for black people to play instruments in today's day.
Hey, they really do.
No, they do, man.
Nina Simone, Baby King,
we're talking about play instruments. It's not the 60s.
Check out the story.
People ever be people.
Check this out. I got this book, man. It's Rolling Stone stories, right? And one of the stories is David Bowie talking to MTV, and it was around 1984, and he said to them, like, why have I never seen a black person on your station? And they said, well, to a white kid in middle America, a black band's gonna scare the shit out of them. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about? And what happened was MTV created the whole perception that black people don't play instruments. You know what I'm saying? If you look at before hip hop, there was a lot of black bands.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Cool Again or Earth, Wind & Fire or Sly Stone or whatever it was, there was black musicians.
Yeah.
But once the 80s came around and MTV came around, it was no longer cool for black people to be musicians, other than maybe Living Color or whatnot, or Arrested Development or Prince, but Prince predated MTV, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is now in today's society, even just in our families or whatnot, what I'm saying? Like grandma doesn't have the piano like she used to have, and uncle doesn't have the guitar like he used to have. So we've lost our touch with just like basic instruments, and we're still dope at creating rhythms and creating lyrics and whatnot. We're still really creative with doing that, but we've lost our touch for the most part. Unless maybe you do, what I'm saying, or unless you come from like a really music-rich family, that's just something that's
Sorry, and I don't want to, but I want to speak to what you said with MTV. And when MTV came out, you have to remember, this is around the time where, especially in the States, they're cutting funding for music programs in school.
Oh, they already did throughout the 70s.
Yeah, but that speaks to that generation that got there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I was watching.
We're changing the narrative. We're changing the perception.
I think it was the Grammys, and my heart hurt as an artist and just as a musician as a whole, right? my heart hurt. I'm like, they had a dude on stage performing, making music off of his iPhone. I'm like, that's, they call him a musician. I'm like, that's not a fucking musician.
Well, technically, a musician is a vocalist.
No. He's
Even to us being MCs.
Right, but he was on his iPhone making beats on his iPhone.
Yeah,
I'm making the beat on his phone though.
Yeah,
I mean, I can understand that. At the same time, I can understand.
What's the difference between making a beat on his phone and making a beat on his computer?
No, but he still, again, this goes back to my producer thing. If you can't play an instrument, I really don't rate you. This goes back to that.
Oh, no. But at the same time, if you can create though, if you can master whatever technology, and that piece of technology might be an instrument, you know what I'm saying? It might not be an instrument, but you can turn it into an instrument. If you can master that,
can I tell you something though? Analog instruments will never go out of style. If you can't play a piano, right? Like really, your chords, your progressions. I don't care if you use that piano to make your drum pattern. I don't care if you use that piano to do whatever. It's gonna sound like shit, right?
Not always, because there's a lot of producers that we listen to the drum that they can't play piano for shit. But we listen to it when they're bad.
If they're using a piano to play it, then I don't know. But
they use the
producer's job essentially is to create,
right?
To take a sound or take whatever's in his head or in the artist's head and just create that sound.
That's why, like in my house, like my son has a piano in his house. He uses it, not he has a piano in his house.
Okay.
Right. He's gonna have a drum. If his mom will allow it, there's gonna be a drum in his house too. This Christmas, because like he needs, like I need a house full of music. Right. Regardless of what it is, I don't care if you use it every day. Right. Pick it up, figure it out. Right. That's what my younger brother plays the piano, and he taught himself to play by ear. Right. I taught myself to play the guitar. I teach myself piano. I know how to play the drums. So like you have to try some shit, right? If you especially want to do this music thing, if you want to be a writer, learn to fucking write. Figure out your prose, figure out your whatever, figure it out, right? A lot of people just, I'm just gonna put out whatever, that's dope. They haven't even attempted, right, to figure your craft out. There's a kid on Instagram right now. He's going off of all the hardest 90s beats and doing like a little 1 minute Instagram video, right? Going off some hard ass beats. And I'm like, I have to respect this kid.
You agree with him,
Are you okay with that?
It's easy. It's easy.
I have to respect this kid. He's 17, turning 18 out of Philly, right? Rapping off of, some Illmatic beats, rapping off some Blueprint shit, rapping off of some like Tribe shit, early shit.
What is he playing it like me?
No, but he's rapping off of, but his lyrical content, you can tell he spent time on the bars.
Yeah.
It wasn't just something that I'm just gonna rush, right? Yeah. And he spent time trying to figure out the flow to some of these shit that he's spitting on top of.
Yeah. That being said, though, you see, like the point of what I was saying, is like they took these instruments away from us. We take anything and turn it into an instrument. That's the beauty of what hip hop is. So you saying like, oh, these dudes can't play an analog instrument. The fact of the matter is, they were still able to take something and turn that into a sound that people love the world.
Now, let me.
So
I know. I DJ and you DJ through like Toronto, right? Can you hit vinyl? Thank you. I respect that. A DJ that can touch vinyl as well is a DJ I would respect in a heartbeat, right? A DJ that does not know what a vinyl record looks like.
I understand that. No, I can definitely understand that. But different times,
new kids, like kids that
whatever.
are like 20.
Actually, dude, correct me if I'm wrong. If you could scratch an 8-inch, you can scratch a fucking 12-inch. This is actually like limiting.
Do you mean
12-inch?
Should they know how to scratch with the needle, or they have the two records and it's Serato?
When their Serato goes down, when their computer starts to fuck up, how are they gonna DJ?
Yeah. DJ by ear. You're gonna learn by ear.
If their computer goes down, unless you play an instrument, if your computer goes down or your beat machine goes down,
there's a bunch of rock bands have gone back to tape. Okay, they're going back to analog tape. And actually, a few hip hop artists have gone back to analog tape for a few reasons, but the main reason is you can't leak my shit. Right? You can't leak my shit if I'm on analog, right? And the only time you can hear my analog is when I bring it to digital for the first time to get it actually pushed out.
Okay.
You can't leak my shit. So if I put everything on tape and you got reels of my music.
Can you make beats on the tape? Or you have to make the beat on the instrument?
You can make beats on tape. No, you can make beats on tape. In my high school, I was making beats on tape. Everything was beats on tape off of analog drum machines. Everything's or whatever. Everything's beats on tape, right? And that shit was reeled up.
But what if
you gotta track back, reel up, track back.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? It takes a long fucking time, but you can get it done. Right?
Yeah.
With the tape players, record a little bit and pause.
Yeah.
And try to keep flipping it over.
Oh, that's you're talking about recording on the radio and stuff. Yeah.
No. Like on that.
I recorded ADAT tape, so.
Right, I get that too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's a skill and a process to some of this. Like, I don't say everything has to be go back analog to learn shit, but to respect the craft, right? To understand the craft, there's some things that you got to go back for. You can't do calculus if you don't know your basic math. True. You know what I mean? True. If you don't know basic math, you can't go do calculus. You don't know algebra, right? So that's why I think a lot of music is missing, and like a lot of things are missing in this music era now. They try to do calculus and they don't know what any of the basic math is.
Or what if you know algebra? You don't have to know calculus.
You don't have to.
You're still a mathematician.
But you know basic math?
You're still a mathematician.
So they know the basic math?
If they're a mathematician, they know basic math. But they might not know calculus, but they know algebra.
No, but I'm saying you can't do calculus if you don't know basic math. You can't do algebra if you don't do basic math.
What do you mean? The basic math you're talking about is the level. Like guitar, piano, and all that shit, that's not basic. That's a level you have to reach. Basic is
no.
That's basic. Bro. If we talking beats, this is basic.
Bro, when you pull out what is a weekly argument?
Well, we did
so
the
weekly argument is, bro.
We did the producer.
No, he's trying to say what's about Dr. Dre's not a producer.
Yeah, Dr. Dre's a great.
What? When I found out,
you want to make money or
Dr. Dre actually started to learn how to play the piano. Starting to learn how to play the piano. And what I'm saying is, like,
who's more responsible for creating more long-lasting careers in hip hop than Dr. Dre?
Russell Simmons.
No. No. Rick Rubin stepped out of the game in like '88. Russell Simmons is just like figurehead.
Russell Simmons.
I'd be willing to bet
I know you said no, but I'm just gonna say this answer again.
That the careers that Dr. Dre is behind and has produced has garnered more money than the careers that
and to be honest with you, I call Dr. Dre more of a composer than a producer. No, like
you're not gonna win.
You don't win this argument, but we like if you look at actual music, forget hip hop lingo, hip hop terms.
So it's all
he is not playing. It's not semantics.
It is.
Okay. When you go on SoCan, right? What is the two terms that they have for you to pick?
Composer
or
and
author. Right. Those are it. Dr. Dre is one of the best composers. He's the person. Michael Jackson's composer because he's the person that says, "This is what I hear in my head."
Let me ask you a question.
I may not be able to play it.
Let me ask you a question.
But this is what I hear in my head. Play it till I hear it.
Let me ask you a question. You think Quincy Jones plays all those instruments on the songs that he's produced?
No, but he can play those instruments.
Regardless if he can play those instruments or not,
no,
he brought the people in and told them what to play and how to play.
Like I said,
and that's what the composer does.
You're composing. You are composing. You have composed the song.
You're producing. You're the one bringing the people around to create this one beat.
Right now, Mom is producing this episode right now. Right now, Mom is out in the back producing. Mom's producing, right? A composer is pulling music together. That's what you are. You're a composer pulling music together.
So are we the composers?
Wait. At the end of that music project, right? He's not producing the album. There's a difference. The terms are different.
Okay.
The terms are different.
Hold on. Do you know what a producer does in rock music? No, that's what the executive producer does. The producer, when it comes to rock bands, will sit there with the bands while they're sitting there like, hey, I got this song, and they're playing it or whatever, and they're playing. The producer's like, okay, you know what? That sounds really dope. What I want you to do is I want you to kind of like play that part, but instead of playing it for this whole entire period, you're gonna play it for this certain amount of time, and then Joey, you're gonna kick into that because that was really fucking dope, and then you're gonna go into that with the drums, and then you're gonna build it up. Right. That's what Dr. Dre is doing.
Dr. Dre also
organized and
he also hears a sound in his head.
That's what Dre does.
What's Black mean?
What does black mean?
Yes.
I guess like dark African.
Black means death.
Okay.
Right?
I'm gonna look at it.
So,
It's gonna be really macabre over there.
if you want to actually know what the word means, black means death. Terms, words have definitions, and once you define it, composer is a person that composes music.
Yeah, but to compose music, you gotta sit there at the piano and compose the motherfucking music. And if this guy can't play the piano, he's sitting there saying, I got a sound in my head. I'm gonna call this dude. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna add this, and this to it. So what he's doing is he's not necessarily growing the carrot, but he's taking the carrot out of the garden and adding it to the salad. Therefore, he's producing the salad. He didn't grow the shit. He didn't actually compose the lettuce and the tomato. He just took it from the garden and produced it on the table.
That's my favorite quote tonight. He didn't compose the lettuce. He didn't compose the fucking lettuce.
He produced it on a plate. He didn't compose it. He didn't grow the lettuce. He produced it on a plate.
Here first.
And gave it to you.
If you have the sound of the same, right? Like I'm sure you probably
If you don't compose the lettuce, get the fuck out.
Right? Mike comes into his wherever his band is and says, I have this sound.
Yeah.
Right? And Michael starts playing the sound, and he wants the guitar player. Like he starts singing the sound.
He's composing
he wants, right.
It took Quincy to produce it. It took Quincy
Dre,
to say, let me
but
do this
Dre does the
organized
same thing. I
chaos.
can guarantee Dre does the same thing. Dre does the same thing. Because Dre will make his
This argument's gone too long. Don't ask me questions.
Dre will make his beat,
got too long.
right? And say to like back in the day, here's Scott Storch, make this piano sound better.
Okay.
Right? It's not like you didn't do it already. Here, make this sound better.
Okay. Let me
Make
break
this
it
sound
down.
better.
Let me break it down
Kanye
this way.
resample this sample.
Let me break it
Right?
down
'Cause
this way.
Kanye samples are better than Dre samples anything.
A composer creates, a producer presents organized chaos in an organized fashion. So the producer might not have created that track, but he was able to take it and say, I'm going to organize it in a way that it's going to make it palpable to people's tastes and flavors. That's what a producer does. They didn't necessarily write the music, but they know how to organize it in a way that people will appreciate what's
We're saying the same thing, bro. Like,
no, but that's what Dr. Dre does. Dr. Dre
does both, though.
in a way to say, hey, man, and Dr. Dre is the best.
When I want to give the man his credit, I can't give the man his credit. When I don't want to give the man his whatever, hey, I get hated off for that too.
Fortunately, we deaded the bottle.
I got a little bit.
But
This guy's like,
we at the end of the show.
Me too.
We still have some things to pop off.
What's the next topic? Because I feel like it's a weekly topic. Which is
No, he stays on that.
He
stays on
No,
it.
man.
Probably the
I
third
watch-
episode with
I don't-
straight out of Compton looking
I
at that.
don't like-
Pretty much gonna be his question.
No, I don't like.
I hate
what I
producers.
don't like. I don't like people who have. No, it's not
Said-
even a question.
said just like that.
It's not-
Just like that.
Producers.
It's not even that. It's not even that. I don't like people who have the time to learn more and be able to do more for their craft, right? Not take that time, right? It's like you do a lot, right? You edit videos, you write music, you try to produce again, I guess, or whatever. Like you promote shows, you do a lot of shit, right? And it's like saying, because I do all this shit and I make it, I'm not going to try to make my editing skills better. So I'm not going to try to improve on my editing skills. I'm just going to be like, oh, whatever, I'm going to keep doing the same shit. Or then have someone else do it for me and then take the credit for it.
I send it to somebody else and tell them what I want with it, and they do it. I'm the producer.
Again, I'm talking about being a video director.
And then I mean that too.
Right. So again, it's like
I'm a director too.
So what other news do we have going on?
Yo, what else is going on in the world? Shit, man.
What can we tell people about the shot club right today?
Shut
We're on
up,
every
man.
Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on
crazy.
maxnow.tv.
Hey,
crazy.
No, this is
So
trash.
we're winding down. Is there anything you want to promote? Anything you want to say?
yeah, most definitely. What I want to promote is LeafExpress.ca. Shout out to one of my sponsors. Definitely hit them up. They've extended their Black Friday promo, 15% off of all goods. Basically, Express will get you all the flowers, distillate, you know, whatever you need, and ship that out to your house. So definitely hit my boys up. Leaf, Leaf Express, EXPRESS.ca. And of course,
extra Japanese.
yeah,
It's Christmas time.
Actually, I do actually have another question for you.
Yeah.
How's it to feel to be on the Boy Wonder list? So, what was it? 50 top?
Yeah, top 50 albums for 2016. Man, that felt great. Shout out to people who put me on that list. That was really dope. It was a surprise. I didn't even know I was on that list. It was Dynamic who hit me up you know, he put on a Facebook message saying congratulations, and I saw that, and that felt really good, man. It felt validating to know that, you know, someone checked it and really liked what I was doing. Because you don't get the most sales, whatever, being an underground artist, but for someone to appreciate it and, you know, put me on a top 50 albums of you know, GTA, that was a dope thing.
Because the two of you actually, he was on it for the Grindhouse EP as well.
There you go.
It's a wonderful feeling because there's so much music that comes out.
Absolutely.
So 50 is not a lot of.
Exactly.
it's a very small number.
It puts you kind of in that like top 1% type thing. You know what I mean?
Many artists as there in Toronto.
Yeah.
Top 50 is pretty good.
Absolutely. So no, I felt really, really good about that and appreciated that. You know, something that I kind of, you know, it's one of those things that's like, all right, dope, yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, let people know where they can hear this album, where they can hear everything from you.
Okay, SoundCloud, definitely hit me up SoundCloud. Just check Dustin Wareham. You can Google my name, my SoundCloud, my Bandcamp will pop up. I'm also on Spotify, so if you want to get me some of that Spotify money or that iTunes money or that Tidal money or any of that streaming money, please bump my shit on Spotify or Tidal or, you know, iTunes or anything like that.
What about social media?
Social media, Dustin Wareham, at 80s Favorite Babies is what I'm at on Instagram. And you can, again, same thing, just Google. Or
favorite, the American or the Canadian version?
American.
80s Favorite Baby.
Because that's more recognizable.
80s number, 80S.
It just looks better phonetically on, you know, on a shirt than it does.
With you?
Yeah.
It sounds like a fuck you.
Kind of. You know what I mean? But yeah, 80s Favorite Babies. And of course, like I said, 2018, myself with my boy Chris and with the 80s Favorite Babies team and whatnot, we're going to bring Toronto After Hours to, you know what I'm saying? Max.
I feel like
Max now that's me.
What's it called? This is WrestleMania. You put it at the WrestleMania sign. And then I will see you.
Exactly.
Max, and the fireworks go off. The pyro goes off.
That's Royal Rumble. Where's the lights? Where's the lights?
Yeah.
Where's that strobe light?
So, you know, like I said, we're bringing Toronto After Hours, and it's just going to be a very like loose type of show where, you know, people in the audience will have their drinks, and I don't want anyone to be like, I don't want it to be like uptight or anything like that. Like, I want people to come out, enjoy the drinks, enjoy the performances.
So you're gonna have an audience here too?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have an audience. When the weather's warm, we got some ciphers outside for B-roll footage or whatever, you know what I mean? And, you know, I want people to be excited about that. So hopefully by, you know, a month or two into it, like, people are like, yo, how can I get in the audience? And we have a lineup of people trying to get in the audience. Well, that's what we're doing here. You know? Right. We'll have some drinks, like I said, and, you know, we'll see what sponsors can give. And, a little bit of kush, a little bit of bud outside, obviously. But, you know, get some B-roll footage, get some ciphers, and I want it to be late night. You know what I mean? Like,
get something from
LeafExpress.ca.
I mean, trying to get into oil and shit.
Yeah, no, we got
flour.
We got flour, bro. We'll send that flour straight to your door. How much you need? Like 2 hours or something? We'll ship it right to your door.
Notice his eyes
in the cup plus a hybrid, bro.
Notice his eyes have been cut like past like 15 seconds.
Thinking about it. But yeah, you know what I mean? So we want it like that, and we want people to come out and run something. Like I said, it's gonna be done at midnight. So if it's a midnight show, I want people to be in a midnight mood. So the people in the audience, I want them to come. I want them to have a drink. So I want them to come out and get their, you know, get their kind of chill on. You know what I mean? We can really create that and get it off, and we can get some great artists in here. And that only does well for our city. You know, we want to showcase that stuff. And of course, we're gonna port it over to YouTube and, you know, whatnot, get those videos. I mean, we're gonna showcase who we are and what we do.
Well, let's go.
Well, one show to another.
Episode.
All right.
Episode
13. Dustin Wareham. Thank you for reaching out. Thanks for coming through, man.
It was dope. It was
welcome to the shot club.
Let's remind people about
we'll see you next week.
Came through for.
I got less drunk than I thought I would get.
Well, we ran out of root beer. Yo, straight.
Root beer is my favorite cola. So.
Me too. That's why I picked it.
Dude, I've been drinking the shit out of that.
Yeah.